high positions. Young niggas living life relentless, making moves and they insufficient. Hate they own, so they mind your business. You can only trust the ones that's in your kinship. Fresh tips over friendship. Females these days, they a damn trip. Sure, just meet me at the moon. We can ride together, control the tide together, do whatever we desire. Watch the bonfire, watch the believers rise higher as the others die. I'm in a loss of patience. Casey Anthony cases. That bitch should be in jail right now, locked up till she died electrocuted till her brains fry. Niggas robbing churches, stealing everything but Bible verses. Motherfucker came to Mount Zion, stole an air unit. What the fuck he gon' do with it? I just know it's a hell and he going to it. Niggas downgrading hell, say they been through it. Well, nigga, you wrong, get your mind right. You got a mean right hook, get your left right. Just meet me at the moon, cause the world coming to an end real soon. Cause niggas wanna be bad boys till their life disappear. Like Loon, I just feel like a genius, locked up in the world of fools. So grab your lighter or your broom, any way you can get to the moon. Though the opposite has been done before, 40 days and 40 nights. Just think, we the sequel of this movie called Life. Though I'm a part of it, I wanna watch from a good view. I'ma watch from the moon. I'm just up here watching, clock ticking and tracking. Niggas flipping and flopping like a thrown sandal, telling everything it's all a scandal. Still get more time than your life can handle. Ruin lives, put it on the mantle. From the core back to the mantle. Niggas try to talk tough with their partners, but they live life like the Amish, not knowing our damage. Any motherfucker in your harmless army, nigga pay homage. My bitch nigga harvest, and you niggas got picked. So I'm going to the moon while the world get dick fucked up. I lucked up, what's the motherfucking ruckus? Yeah, I got off course, but I'm focused. I'm just trying to move forward like a focus. Hocus pocus, to the moon I go. E.T. was a typo. Love sincerely, C4.
Yo, everyone. We'd like to welcome you to In God We Trust Academy podcast, and this is for our work session season 5 Q&A. Got a few more minutes before we get started, man, so just vibe with us, man. Hit that share button. As always, like, share, and subscribe with us, man. We appreciate you guys' time.
I'm a part of it. I want to watch from a good view. I'm going to watch from the moon.
Night after night, seems like I rage against the moon.
This song sad as fuck,
But it don't ever light the dark.
alright. C4. Nigga, I'm about to set it off. No boosting, I'm hot, no jacuzzi. I killed the game with ease, with no worries. Doozy, nickname Medusa. Stone cold killer with the Uzi. Leave a nigga oozing, losing. Every single drop of blood in his crippled body. He was gangster, it was vice that the Lord had to take his body. Blow. Take a puff for your loud, turn the music up loud, and if you loading words, let them out your mouth. Don't hold back, nigga, and if that pussy talking loud, then don't hold that, nigga. Let him go, let me show him me a house, nigga. And by any chance that he win, you gon' see me at your house, nigga. C4, I'm lethal, knocking out your teeth. Take more shots than Queen Latifah, they evil. Everybody can hustle when they ain't got the bread, but what's the fucking procedure when a gun to your head?
That nigga rapping tight.
on my love. About to set it off. Let's go. Look. Blazer, stone like I'm Jada, Stony. Fuck a direct circles round his head, baloney. Shout out to my homies, just in case they try to take me now, I'ma clone me and let them kill the phony. Cause I deserve honors when I'm at my best. I'm trying to achieve world peace or test. It's only bitches in this contest, so I take exams with the crooks. Contest, hello? Yes, and I won't stop, but I'm dog tie boss. Aiming at who you call the best. I done hog tie Ross, aiming at Dwayne. My scope, fall from the rain. This moment of fame can't cancel out the years of the pain. Dang, I know you thinking that I'm way too young for that, but my innocence was gone when I fucked that white chick. It's sad, like when they took TT's son. If I was Frankie before I ran, I would've shot that gun. White man down. Nigga, I'm about to set it off. Shout out to my niggas Swisher, Cash, Cuz. Down on my luck. Puss ass niggas. Yeah.
Night after night, seems like I rage against the moon.
Yeah. Know you gotta feel this shit, man. It's a real ass movie. If you ain't seen it, you a faggot. Oh shit, I'm out, man.
Nigga don't choke. Nigga don't. Mind told. Mental mind. Mind told. Mental mind.
Let go,
Nigga let go.
let go.
Nigga let go.
Soothe your soul,
Let it soothe your soul.
soothe your soul.
Soothe your soul.
Already. You guys can hear me in here loud and clear right now, guys.
One love. 18.
We can hear your voice.
3G.
Yes, we can.
Good. Yeah, y'all ain't supposed to hear the music. I told y'all want the podcast feeling? Get on social media with us. Right? So man, we got a few more minutes, man. We're gonna jump in here and we're gonna get started. And I'm doing
If I tell you,
everything,
love
man.
is that
So I'm letting
confidence.
people in and
Love is what you give your children. Love is what you give.
let me allow y'all to get in.
You know, love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it, because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interested in talking to me anymore. Goodbye.
Did y'all hear that, man? Lauryn Hill said, man, when you stop stimulating people don't even know what unconditional love is. Because when they're not being stimulated by you, they stop loving you. Man.
Love is what you give your children. Love is what you give. You know, love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it, because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interested in talking to me anymore. Goodbye. But that real love, that sometimes is difficult to have, that's that love. And everybody in my world thinks I'm crazy. I can't create and not live. I went from the top of one mountain.
Nigga Cash, you a fool for this one. Gotta put some shit out my ass for this one. Cause if I don't, then these haters won't hate for me. Bitches won't scream for me. And my fams, they dreaming me. I probably ride with a bitch right now. She ain't never heard me rap. All she know that a nigga named C4. And her Keisha get a good ass laugh when I say I'm at the studio. Now she checking her Twitter. Knowing I'm the only one just mention her. But she know a nigga used to listen to Soulja. Probably think I rap about swag and be a way more simpler individual. Now she hear me ripping these tracks, stating these facts. She try to relax, but she can't, cause the shit that I'm spitting in the back got her hot, reaching the climax. Now she got her composure, know that she can care less about being a rider or a roller. Notice that it's more than life than doing shit out of spite and then screaming out Yola. Also, she never thought she could learn a goddamn thing from this nigga named C4. She thought I wanna exercise her brain. Never knew I could do the same for a mental. For your info, baby, I never did my work in class cause I'm lazy. And making the average B or C back then just really didn't faze me. My mind crazy, slaving over these tracks and beats. I realized that made me who I am today and who I be tomorrow. You motherfuckers go to hell when I meet real songs.
You see, love liberates, it doesn't bind. Love says, I love you. I love you if you're in China. I love you if you're across town. I love you if you're in Harlem. I love you. I would like to be near you.
tote and don't choke, let go. And let the music just soothe my soul and say, you got one life, one first impression, one prize possession, one force to reckon, one time, one mind, one real bloodline, one soul, two fine, one sight, two eyes, one question, 3 months in, one coincidence, too many, one answer, one rapper, one crucial moment, too many, one group, 4 niggas, one goal, one heart, one God, one soul. Now that I told you what this shit mean to me, I'ma ask you niggas to repeat that for me. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Hey,
You niggas can't. Cause you all silly individuals.
with y'all beautiful people.
You know the
out there
dictionary
today.
definition
Y'all
of
doing all right,
silly?
man. Y'all ain't mad at me no more.
It's a person showing a lack of common sense and wisdom. A foolish person. And that's something I can never be.
Y'all gonna be alright. Y'all gonna be alright. Alright, man. Well, let's get ready to jump into this session for us today, man. We listen to one of my favorite albums. Still to this day. The amount of work is beautiful, yo. But as you can see, guys, the class has slimmed on down, haven't it? Why y'all think the class slimmed down today?
You ain't talking about money,
We ain't
or so they
talking
think.
about money.
They want authentic.
It slims on down. So that means money makes the world go round. Green. Dollar bill, y'all. Cash rules everything around me. Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what they say, man? All right, well, we ain't gonna waste no time, man. We're gonna hit this button. We probably gonna kick it a little bit today, too, man. We're gonna see what y'all got to say. Any questions? It's just a questionnaire for season 5, open 2. It's what we gonna do. Some people were like, I didn't know we were doing this. Well, not my fault. It ain't y'all's either. So we're gonna be all right. Y'all go buy something today?
Yeah, I had to
No.
buy a cake
Nope.
for my 3-year-old. His birthday today.
Darren said, damn, I got to go get this. I feel you, bro.
Yeah, I had to get that. While I got you up here, brother, I appreciate you, man. I left you my email and I sent it to Sister Nikki as well, brother.
All
Much
right.
gratitude, man.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I got you. Hey, man, so welcome to In God We Trust Academy podcast, work session season 5. This is our Q&A for today. And we always give thanks for each and every last one of you for your time. It's been amazing season 5, all the way up from the first to the last class and even till now, which I'm pretty sure is going to be even more amazing as well today. And you guys have been nothing but amazing. We have a few hotheads here and there come in and out, but for the most part, like I say, it's just been a joyful thing to do this again. And I can't wait to do work session season 6 as well. And just know, I can always say the first conference for this year, we're going to be in Seattle in June. Most of my people in MNRP will be around too, as we are having our annual meeting there in Seattle as well. So y'all will get to meet a lot of us if you're around for sure. And it's going to be a joyful thing. Anything that y'all guys interested in for that particular conference, let me know. I haven't decided about what I'm going to do there just quite yet, but we're going to do something special. I don't know if I'm gonna do a 2-day class or what. I don't know. We might do 2 days. We might do 3 days. I don't know, but I know we're gonna be there for about 10 days for sure. I'll be up there with my sons and my grandsons and family and just so I know we're gonna be vibing up there and be glad to see a lot of your faces as well. But always, man, just thankful. We give thanks to the Almighty just for this beautiful day and being present, everything that has taken and transpired up to this present moment for us to be able to do the things that we're doing here and having another chance to either go forward, correct mistakes, or whatever the case may be. But do take advantage of those things, man, for sure. And Everything that you guys hear from this point forward is for educational, religious purposes only. Anybody seeking any form of legal advice, please do seek a legal advisor. It is my religious duty to speak my religious truth and experiences here with you guys today. So, how y'all feeling out there? Y'all good?
Yes, sir.
That's great.
Yes, I am.
Hey, man,
Feeling real good. Thank you.
I'm doing good,
Yes,
bro. Thank you
sir.
for asking. I'm doing great. So I know y'all been watching. I've been well, I have. I just because it's really hilarious to me. I've been watching and this is it's man, this dude a genius, man. And I think more people be pissed off at him than they do watching him. But yeah, Donald Trump, real genius, straight up genius. And I just watch everything they be doing, and it's like they're so transparent with you that you don't even realize how transparent they're being with you. And it's like, it's funny though at the same time though, like for real. he told the president of Ukraine today, like, he basically said we gave your stupid ass billions of dollars and you ain't do shit with it. Y'all, I'm about dying laughing. I was like, this dude really don't care what he say. He really don't, man. And I thought that was just so funny, yo. Watching these people argue, and it's like, but if you watch it, it's like you also watching, yo, man. It's what I look at is good and evil. You got the truth and the lie, both being presented to you all at the same time. And we at a place now to where you got to have major discernment about everything, and that's very important. And we're gonna get to the questions, man. But I gotta say my piece about a lot of stuff. It's just been so much, and a lot of people have been asking me or mad at me about things I've been saying, but it's just the truth. Like, let's talk about it from the point of, do everybody remember being in school and you had the kids who went to special ed classes, correct? Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Those kids were pretty much laughed at, right? Were they not?
Yes.
They were talked about.
They were.
Correct? Come on, y'all be honest.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
were.
United States.
Yeah. Yes, they were.
You know what I'm saying? Like, be real about this shit. The people talked about these people for being in special ed classes.
Very true.
You feel me?
Short buzz.
And
Short buzz
some of
retarded. Yeah.
yeah, some of these same people, they your friends. They, I got a couple. I have a best friend that was in special ed class, and seriously, and I know people. He'll kick your ass back then for trying to make jokes, but straight up, like I had, these people, we know. So my whole point of me saying this is, how is it when we get out of this and into this political program type shit, and you don't realize that these are special ed programs, like DEI and shit like that, bro? That's special needs shit.
Mm.
And y'all don't, and so it ain't funny no more, is it? Because you're the one that's needing the freaking help because you don't understand the government and everything else that's going on right now. And and I said that to somebody then, and they was like, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. And I'm like, well, it's true. These are actually special need programs for the illiterate people that's out there. Anybody that's having to go to the government for any form of help means your family, your communities, etc. You failed. You failed. Right? Think about it. Y'all need to take a second to think about it. Because that's the truth. We failed. And when y'all don't realize that, And that's why I said, like, bro, are y'all not tired of special needs program? Like, you're mad because you can't get your shit together. You're mad because you can't look at your own family and sit down and come together as one and start a business in your communities. All these churches we got, all the money going into these churches, etc. And there is no commute of creating businesses, etc., to sustain your freaking self. And then you got the nerve to talk about your buying power. But your buying power has not served a purpose for you, which means, one, it shows really how you feel about yourself. You hate yourself. You don't like you. You don't like your peers, your people. You don't. And let's just be real about that. You fully go to all these type of black businesses, et cetera, expecting full discounts. Like, I mean, you know, the ice water over there is a little better. Right? I'm a realist, man. That's just me. I'm just being for real, y'all. I am a realist when it comes to shit like this because I didn't get food stamps, none of that shit. Man, my dad had fed 12 people or more, and there was no help, no assistance. This man made a way. So I can't sit up there and sit up and act like I've never been on no form of freaking government assistance in no shape, form, or fashion. Ever. I watch people grind to get it. I watch my family work together to make a way, create a business, etc. Like, I watched them do that. I got to see that at firsthand. So that's the perspective that I get to speak from because I got to see it. Even though they tarnished the shit out of it. You see what I'm saying? Even though they tarnished it, they end up getting into it, and I think they made $1.5 million the first year. And once they seen that money, it was over with. That's sad. But I do appreciate God allowing me to see them attempt. But that's the point of what I'm making here today. Like, and I think we want to be in the light of our ancestors. Oh, our ancestors boycotted. No, your ancestors had businesses and shit first, which made it easier to boycott a lot of shit. There was a lot of mom and pop stores around, right? Come on. Y'all quiet in here. Let the church say amen.
You're telling the truth.
Amen.
Amen.
This the real. This is real. Like, there were way more mom and pop's business. But guess what? As soon as they throw the Walmart up, you couldn't wait to go to Walmart. Because you don't like Billy down or whoever down the street with their mom and pop store. You don't want to see them with shit. It's crazy. So now everyone's pissed off and mad because now you've made all these, you became lazy in your own way. You're not manufacturing any damn thing. And anything that we go and do and need is from a big pharma. It's like from a big corporation, even when it comes to medicine, et cetera. In every single way, we are dealing with these huge corporations, which serves no purpose to families. So now you have to deal with, I need the DEI hirement and all that. You got to deal with that now because you didn't serve what you were supposed to serve. Walmart does not spend not one fucking dime back into your community, but you run to it. Right? Come on.
Yep.
And this is what I be saying. But it's so hard for people to see this. It's so hard just because I just want to be a part of something. No, be real with yourself. Be a part of that. Stop lying to yourself. And what Seth Thomas said in here the other day was so real. If that didn't touch your soul to know, like, man, that was amazing. Because the worst thing you could do is lie to yourself. And you guys are literally lying to yourself. You're lying. You're pointing the finger at everybody but yourself. Go look in that mirror and ask yourself, why is it that you can't sit down with your own family and you guys get this shit together, start a business, and then look at the next family? Do you not know when you marry into families that you're supposed to become more wealthier? Do you not know that? We marry and become broker.
Yep, I experienced that.
That's freaking insane. Why? This is the difference, man. You're supposed to be conjoining of an empire when you continue to marry families into one another. It's supposed to turn into something, not being broke and just being in other people's business, hoping and trying to end their marriage and all that type of shit. That's insane, y'all. But this is what we doing. And that's why I can't be a part of bullshit. It don't serve. I got children, yo. What my children don't need to know. Oh, well, y'all boycotted one day. Man. But nobody wanted to say, every year for Black History Month or whatever, even though we're not black, but I'm just speaking this term. Every year for Black History, we should be making sure that we set up businesses. A business should go up regardless. That should be an annual freaking thing that the people should always come together to commute to put their money towards some situation that's going to serve the community. You can't be mad at that. It's ridiculous, man. It's sad. I'm watching grown people act like children. I'm watching grown people who really can't think. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it, man. I don't like it. I don't want to be a part of nothing like that. I don't want to be a part of people who thinks like that. I don't care how close you thought we was. Fuck, excuse my language. Y'all about to say it, but I'm just saying. Real talk. You can go. I'm good. I'm good. And somebody had to tell me, oh, you one of the ones Harriet Tubman would have loved. She would have never been able to take me with her. Do y'all even understand what Harriet Tubman brought you to? Oh, you don't, do you? You don't, do you? You didn't get the game, did you? You didn't get the trick.
They only know what they taught them in school.
Oh, you didn't understand. Well, they ain't even got to know what they were talking. Just sit back and look at what happened. How is it? What did you end up doing? They would say, hey, you know what? Hey, South. This is what they were saying to the South. Hey, man, listen. Stop putting them into slavery like that. We're going to give them something. But we're going to make them work for pennies on the dollar. That's what we're going to do. We're going to give them the bare freaking minimum. And they're going to be glad about that because they never got that first. We're going to give them a home and this and that. But we're going to leave them, right? We're going to leave them at the very bare minimum in every single way. That's what you got brought in, to be a corporate slave. And here we are today. They plan worked. See, I always go, oh, she went down there and she got them and she free. Yeah, nigga, she brought you into some whole different shit you wasn't ready for because you didn't understand it. You thought because master paying you now, it made a difference. Right? And then y'all got stuck into what? Racism. But guess what? Racism, it exists on the lowest plane level. And then they figured out, hey, you know what? We don't see color. Why do this to them when we can do this to everybody? And here we are. Right? See, racism exists to the people on those lower levels. And that's for you to fight back and forth about black, about white, and all of that. And yeah, that's for you to fight over. In these low income areas, et cetera, right? That's for you to keep you at the state of the form of depression, et cetera. Because you can't see nothing outside of that.
Right.
And that's just being honest. I'm not saying, and by far, I'm not saying it don't exist, but I don't think Asians worry about people being racist to them because they have they freaking own. The only people screaming this shit is the one that don't got shit. You don't have to deal with racism when you got everything built for your own. Literally, and it's the thing, y'all talk about the Mexicans, bro, but shit, they doing it. You talk about how they 15, 20 deep in a house, and next thing you know, they owning houses. buildings, businesses, and all kind of shit. Now you just shutting your mouth like, look at them, man. This is what they do. Well, what if you see the formula, and all people do this? If you see the formula, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? It seems like the only time we want to pass $1 in our community as long as it's dealing with drugs or shaming someone through other ways that I don't have to
Or
mention.
help each.
But y'all not ready to be real about that. It's like we want to boycott this, but when we gonna boycott the shit that's going on in our own neighborhood, Joe? Yeah, when we gonna do that? You guys support drill music. That's music literally about killing somebody. Literally, it ain't just the entertainment. They literally killing, and they getting on there and saying, we smoking on Pookie today. We smoking on Tuka. Tuka, when you, man, bro, people's spirits are connected to this. Y'all ain't even thought about boycotting that shit. You ready to hear the next song that's gonna be like, man, that drill, that shit was tight. That shit was good. And you just, man, it carry a whole evil spirit, a whole, like, it's insane. And it's like y'all worried about everything else but getting your shit together. We gotta see further than this. We got to. Everybody, well, this is just the start for us to be together. No, it's not. The start is literally you going and looking at that mirror and realizing how filthy your soul is and how filthy the people around you are. And you have to clean that up. Otherwise, all this other stuff y'all trying to do, it ain't gonna never happen right. You know? And then we try to talk about snitching and this and that, but hey, guess what? Don't you want somebody to come? And then as soon as somebody in your family or somebody get killed, the first thing somebody please come forward and tell us what happened. Please. But just the other day, man, down snitching and all of that shit. Yeah. But when it hits your door, it's a whole different story, right? You want somebody to come forward and tell something for you. The street code don't even matter. And what's a street code? Ain't a code in the streets. It's sad. But this is what y'all love, though. This is y'all glorify bullshit. It's crazy. Y'all love 50 Cent but hate Trump. And 50 Cent don't stand for shit. Nothing. For real. The shit he do is clowning, and he clowns everybody that looks like himself. I've never seen him deal with anybody else. And that's why I said that, I guarantee you there's people that's doing business with him and Rick Ross that don't look like him, and he ain't said a freaking word. Guarantee it. And he can't say a word. You know why he can't say a word? Because he acknowledged the fact that, hey, maybe P. Diddy shouldn't have been trying to go after those people the way he did, because then it turned into a criminal case. So I'm pretty sure that if you're smart enough to know that, you're smart enough to keep your damn mouth shut and aim your gun at towards the ones that you can pick on. Right?
Yes, sir.
Safest thing for him to do.
The safest thing for him to do. And I'm just telling y'all this because, like, this our community, yo. This is what we dealing with. This is what's being glorified. Like, I remember the only way you even seen something like a murder or something was in a freaking movie. We can get on Facebook right now and see a whole murder, and that's insane. That is desensitizing, like, I don't know what, and it's just crazy to see a live, full-blown murder. Watch a kid, 2 kids. Well, it was 3 kids in a smoke shop. One kid was trying to shop. Then they tried to pull his feet. I don't know if they were trying to steal his shoes or whatever, but, man, he blew both of their brains out. You see what I'm saying? He blew both of their brains completely out with no hesitation. shot one, shot the other dude on the floor in the head, and then he shot the other one. He was kind of hurt. He was walking off, and then he stood over and shot him in the head. You know he killed before. It was too easy. And it's a baby. It's a kid. That's wild, man. And this is how we're constantly being shown every day. Every single day.
Desensitization.
Every day this is happening. Every single day we are constantly seeing a freaking murder. It went from seeing a murder by the police every day, almost back when Obama was in the damn office, to now we seeing, and look what we seeing now. And we think we got the nerve to go and say something to other people of our lack in our community. I don't understand it, yo. That's why I stay away. I stay away from people who we've always looked up as our leaders and stuff like that. And it's just like, come on and let me pray. Bro, shit, how much praying can we do? Where's the action? And I'm not saying that it's not happening overall. I'm not saying people are not in action either. I'm not going to say that. But as far as what's being put in your face every day, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And you know that we're the only community who is being shown those images. Every other community is being censored from seeing those kind of things.
One, they not gonna let nobody put no shit out there like that in the first place. And the first one that post something like that, they coming to find you and make you gonna pay for it. They don't play shit like that. They take care of their image, everything about themselves in a lot of different ways. And that's the difference. Like the fact that I was in LA and I seen a whole Koreatown. I'm like, whoa, this is Koreatown. This is interesting. Everywhere we go, there's a Koreatown, there's Chinatown, then you got Mexico City, like their communities, Germantown, like they have theirs. And then all you got to do is go to the slums, and we just got the hood. Yeah, my block, 5th Street, what's happening? 53rd and da-da-da-da-da-da. And you on shit on this mug. Everybody paying taxes, and you about to get put out this shit.
It's all by agenda.
But we can say it's by agenda, but like we know it too. So if we can say it's all by agenda, we recognize it, how stupid are we just to keep following it?
Say that shit again.
Say
Eric.
it one more time for the
You know
people
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
back.
Like that's like we know it. We know it's agenda. We know it's this. We know it's that. Like we know it. So okay, cool. What's up? What we gonna do about it? Like how are we still going to choose to still be defeated in that manner? It's just, and then we got the nerve to boast in front of each other like, I'm a real man. I'm a man. No, the fuck you're not.
Man.
What? Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you.
You know what I'm
Let
saying?
somebody say.
It's just being honest. It's being real. Real men are observant. They recognize the enemy. They study the enemy. They understand exactly what's going on, and we correct the mistake and we move on. We don't waddle in shit. And I agree, it is a by agenda, but the fact that we can acknowledge it and know it, like it's time to stop it. And then even they are aware. They'll be like, oh yeah, man, you know, they built it like it's been like, you know, it's been like this, it's this and that. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's like they'll run you out. We allow people to get ran out. And my thing is, if they got an agenda, what's ours? What's your agenda? Even for your family. You go talk, if I had a chance to sit down and talk to every man who claims themselves as a head of the household, and I asked them, what's your plan? Where you going? I guarantee you 80% is going to be like, bro, I don't know. I'm just getting up, going to work every day, trying to make it for my family. They have no direction. They don't know where to go. That's what we facing. You feel what I'm saying, man? Like,
Most deaf.
that's how that's just now. I'm not. This is just my opinion and perspective. Somebody can have a total different opinion and the way to describe it to you in their way, but I'm just telling you what I actually see. Like we grown men. We grown. We know drugs is killing our people. We know they use drugs. So and all of this, and we know how fascinated children become with that lifestyle. You know. It's time to see something different. It's time to feel something different. That's why somebody was like, why you wear all that jewelry and stuff? Because I want a child to come ask me what I do. So I can tell them it ain't from drugs. Because when they see it on somebody else, immediately they look at that, think that lifestyle. Just as well as I know the opposite end of this too. I know when some of y'all, they're looking at me like, oh, he sell drugs. Okay. How about this? When I did at the time I did in the past, I never bought any damn thing to make me look like you think I did. I made sure I look like the opposite of what the fuck you think. Very smart individual. I wasn't stupid, for sure. I don't glorify it. But at that time, my children need to eat. And I done filled out 100 applications and ain't nobody says shit. Okay. I'll figure it out. But I can't let this be it. I can't lose myself in this. And I'm glad that I got out. I'm glad I got out the way. Still to this day. And you know, it's a different story for us, and we have to take it. Own the shit, own it. And that's one thing I do. I look in that mirror and I own everything every day, no matter what. Own it. You did it. You went through it. You suffered. Own with your family, anybody. Own it. It's part of your DNA anyway, so you gotta own it. When you own it, you take control. You liberate your soul. Now you're able to make your own choice and be free in that. And it's okay to be free in that. You know, everybody got this, it's just this one way to find self and to find God. Man, listen, God is on every path. Every path. So that means the route that you on, God is there. You don't got to jump on somebody else's path to see God. I promise you. You don't. You don't have to take the same route they did to see. You don't. Stay on your route. Seeking your purpose. And it's going to be there. Let's get some Q&A. Let's get some Q&As going on. I can talk to y'all all day like this.
Wait. Eric, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, look. So don't get it twisted. It's different spots in LA where niggas still have their own stuff, its own place and houses. Like you seen some of the shit that I have. It's people all up in my area and in my age group still got some shit. We just hush with it. We just hush with it. Now, as far as the Chinese in the Chinatown, you know, they was redline. They was guarding here to sneak and get the loans and run the businesses in South Central, LA, Compton, different spurts of LA. So they had the loans, which they actually realizing now that they was redlining us because they getting treated kind of bad. So it's a lot of people in California that still have their own stuff, but they hush with it because a lot of people then came together and say, look, y'all don't sell this because it's getting passed down to the grandchildren. Like you seen my shit, you did my trust. All that shit come from the 40s. Only bought a couple. Right. So it's a lot of them still doing the thing up in there. Don't sleep on us.
Nah,
we just hush.
I'm not sleeping on this in that manner for sure. I know we out here in that manner. But see, what I'm saying is like this, like, okay, they got what they call, okay, we're gonna say we're gonna say for instance, like we talk about how gangs and shit like that is organized or whatever. Think about the Hells Angels. They got a
Right.
chapter in every major city,
Right.
every city, every state.
Right. That's true.
Do you know how organized and man, like, and I'm gonna be honest, man, I be jealous of that shit. I be like, damn, they crazy as shit, but damn, they doing it.
Right. Right. I get it.
You feel what I'm saying? And at any time, they got a plan right now prepared that if something happen, I bet you they active. They ready.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I say when I talk about us that way. Like, it ain't even got to be seen. If we don't want it to be seen, that's fine. I don't care if we go build underground markets. Let's do it. But hey,
Right.
we got to have something. Everybody's preparing and everybody's got an agenda all around this mug, right? And that's just like okay, let's say one of the biggest organization when it comes to the black community is what? The Nation of Islam, right?
Yeah, but we got some hidden undercover ones. But they right. They up and.
But what I'm saying is they are the biggest, most organized right now.
I agree. I agree now.
Now, this is what we got to ask ourselves. Where the markets and shit at? What is that? What that at? What is that? Only thing I myself, and it's probably a whole lot more that goes on, but far as the eye can see, the only thing people from where I'm from, the only thing we know about the Nation of Islam is somebody on the corner with a newspaper.
And a bean pie.
That's it. Do you see what I'm saying? And I'm not shooting anything at them, but I'm saying when it comes to us, it's like it's the most limited amount of resource in that nature. And then it's like, okay, hey, we're gonna give you guys NAACP, but shit, man, that ain't. I don't want no prize from that, cause you want to give me like, come on, man.
NAACP, they ain't shit neither. My son deal with them on news and all that shit, certifications, cert certificates, all that shit. They only help 1% of they black folks, and that came for a third guy from San Diego from NAACP. Matter of fact, he was the third vice president. So that's full of shit. That really ain't for the black people. I'm just saying.
It's statutory. They have to follow them guidelines.
That too.
I know they ain't for black people, that's for sure.
But like I said, though, I'm not saying some stuff don't exist. But even if whatever little bit that we do have, it's not on the biggest scale. Because like I keep saying, we if we gonna brag about buying power and all of that shit, show it to me. When we buying for us.
I agree.
I mean, we had something that said for us, by us, which was FUBU, right? They ended that shit so damn fast because what? It promoted you in a way to be for you and by you.
Right.
And it is an agenda to that. But when is it that so that's what I'm saying. How does it not, how do we expand from that? But we'll talk about this on another day, y'all, I promise. But let me get in on these questions as promised, and we're going to rock out. Gary, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Eric? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to give a testimony. I don't know if I missed the testimony.
Hey, we want testimonies too. Give it to us.
Oh yeah. So I did a special deposit for my water bill. Long story short, throughout the pandemic, nobody really had to pay their water bill. I'm in Louisiana. So my water bill was like $2,900. I made a instrument for $3,300. Mailed it in with my first document, 1099 fee, and like the next day the mayor called and was like, hey, we got the stuff, processed your payment, and she's like, you got a $4 credit. And they turned my water out, so the next day they came and turned it back on. So that's my win. Pretty much my first one. So yes, it worked. Appreciate you. Thank you. And thank you enough.
Absolutely, man. And we thank you for that testimony to start us off. Thank you. Thank you. What's up? Who we got? Lily, you up?
Hey, going back to our IRS class with but this is from 2024 with the certified funds. Do I also have to send the accepted for value stamp with that?
It's actually for value received. It's not accepted for value.
I'm
It's
sorry.
for value received and for value you return. But I mean, you just need to do everything in whole when it comes to that. Everything.
Okay. All right.
Al Fox, what's up? Fox, you up?
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
All right, I'm calling from me and my husband's shared account and not from my single account, but I'm the one who had the corporation and suing myself under workman's comp and suing as my individual on the individual side for being, catching COVID or whatever. But I'm not testifying about that. I am not testifying. I'm asking for y'all's help tonight. Last night, I was visiting a relative and the police pulled up next door, knocked on the door of this young lady. She's in her 20s, got a 2-year-old and a grandmother that's disabled that's living with her. They told her that they were there to arrest her. And she asked them why. They said, "We have a warrant. We can't tell you why." So I'm hearing all of this commotion and she's arguing with them because she wants to know, for what reason are you arresting me? And they refuse to tell this young girl. When I started taping, it was after they threw it to the ground and he had his knee in her chest. And at that point, I couldn't just stand by and do nothing. I started recording. And they drug her off of the parking lot at this apartment complex and arrested her without reading her Miranda or anything. So I posted it on my TikTok. My individual account is 77SEVEN, and my corporate account is Conflicted Kiki. I spell that regular conflicted is spelled regular. Kiki is KEY-KEEE. Kiki the comedian, Conflicted Kiki the comedian. I just want y'all to please go on TikTok, look at those police videos. Please like and share them because I want that to go viral because her rights were violated. She was grossly violated, and so was I because I had to watch this injustice happen in front of my face, and it really did something to me. So I'm just asking y'all to please share and like or whatever they do on TikTok. I'm pretty new to it myself. But please just help me get this story out for her sake. And I'm definitely going to figure out something that I can do to help her, as well as for me intervening as a party of interest because I was harmed in this whole process of having to see these rights being violated and her treated like a fucking animal. So please watch the video and share, please. That's all I want to ask from everybody on.
Absolutely. Hold on just a second, y'all. All right. But yeah, we definitely gonna check that out, man. But the main thing is always, if they, especially if they did all of that without a warrant, etc., then it is a violation anyway. Unless they can prove she was part of some form of committing a crime at that particular moment or whatever. But sure, we'll check it out. Just send us the link in the email. For sure.
Okay, I sure will. Thank you.
All right, Miss Green, you're up.
Hi, Eric. Thank you for taking my call. I have a question.
I sent in a negotiable instrument. It was credited to my account. Two to 3 weeks later, it was taken off, and I called and asked why it was taken off. And they said because they sent it to the bank. I told them that I sent a letter of instructions telling them that it was not a check, that it was a money order. The lady put me on hold. She read everything that I did put on the letter of instructions. They sent me a letter saying that I needed to send them copies um, of the check that I sent again. So I did that, but they still haven't credit the account. And I wanted to ask you what you think I should do next, because they got instructions, because she told me she read it to me. Every document they scanned it in the system, but they just won't credit it back.
And you did it on what? Through the bank?
I sent it to the IRS.
So
I had owed them some money, and I signed it off, put the amount, registered agent, and I sent the negotiable instrument. But like I say, they credited, but they took it back off, saying that they sent it to the bank.
And they sent what to the bank?
They saying they sent the check, because I use the check software and made it, but like I used everything that you said use in the tax class, but they still just took it back. I did the exact thing that you said do.
Well,
but they,
have you been listening since we did the Law for Money class?
Yeah, I got the Law for Money one.
Well, that's what you need to do in that direction with the 50 USC 4305 B2, etc.
Okay.
I mean, it's just strictly pointing out to the law, but I don't understand, why did they send it to your bank? That doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense. They said we sent it to the bank, and I'm trying to figure out what bank did they send it to, because it had like the information on there what you taught us on the class. So I'm trying to figure out what bank, like with my social information, did they send it to. So I just sent it all back to them again.
So you did this with the IRS, and they sent it to the bank.
That's what she told me on the phone.
You were talking to the IRS when you had this conversation?
Yep. And then I just got a letter in the mail a week ago. They said that they sent it to a bank, but they didn't say which bank. But they said that so if you got proof that it went to a bank, and so what I did was I redid my letter of instruction, say it was never supposed to be deposited into no bank. It was a form of a money order. And then I just put all the instructions for them again, and all the information that you sent again for them to do. But and I'm sit back and wait on them to do that. But yeah, because I was asking to speak to the supervisor, because I'm like, why would y'all send it to a bank? I said, then you get the letter of instruction. She said, yeah, she read it to me. So they scan everything in the system. She said, we got everything that you scan in. She said, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't sit here and read this stuff. She said they'll open it up and they send everything to different departments. And she said, yes, they did credit it, but they took it back.
843.
Okay.
Need to do it. I would do an abatement on it.
Okay.
Just like that.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Shawnee. Miss Harris.
Greetings, peace and love, Eric. How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
That's wonderful. Congrats on the new baby, and thanks for everything you've been doing. I just had a quick question in regards to when you are filling out your 1099As for the bonds, do you have to fill out for the current year
What bonds?
that you're sending to the Treasury?
I always do it for the particular year, for sure. For whatever year you're doing the bonds for, of course.
Okay, so that's what I mean. Like, I'm sending them in for this year, so I will have to get a 2025 1099A.
2025 1099A. Are they going to be available? Or they probably ain't even available right now.
Right, I don't think they are either.
But if you're going to do it for claiming on this specific year, then yeah, on the 2025. But if it's not available right now, then it's just got to wait.
Okay, so are you able to claim for a previous year, or you just have to
You can claim for a
the year
previous
that
year
you're
too,
filing?
but I mean, if that's what the particular date, et cetera, is for that particular transaction, then yeah, whatever year you want to claim it on is what.
Gotcha.
But just because you claim it on that also means you got to know how to claim it as other income on the actual tax form too.
Yeah, I understand.
Alrighty.
Okay, thank you.
Sasha.
Good evening, brother Eric. Congratulations once again. God bless you and your family. I just had a quick question. When it comes to doing the taxes and redeeming for lawful money, do you recommend if like doing that virtually or do like a paper filing and like write out,
I mean, for
everything?
me, I'm doing everything paper filing because I like to send. I'm sending in my letters with it, etc. So
Okay.
along with the A43 or whatever. So that's all. I'm always gonna do it because I'm
Yeah.
always on those documents. I refer them to see attached documents to, for whatever reason that they want to see. So sometimes, like, what you can do, especially since you said, oh, well, they don't read this and that. Well, yeah, I will make them read it because I won't even put nothing on the ledger. I'll put on where the numbers go, see attached document. So you're gonna have to read this shit one way or another
Okay.
to figure to get what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was just curious, like how it will work if you e-file it.
I
How
mean, you
much you
can
could type.
e-file it or whatever, but and then still and make reference to it. But I just prefer I've always sent mine in.
Okay. And do I have time for another quick question?
Go ahead.
I had some traffic speeding tickets. I filed a couple different motions to dismiss. They were denied. So I was just kind of planning my next move. Should I be filing like motions for reconsideration or just kind of wait for the court date and
What's
see,
the traffic tickets?
speeding. Just
Speeding.
like yeah, two speeding tickets.
Take it to trial.
Okay.
I mean, cause like once you get to the trial now you need them to prove. Just like it's certain shit you start hitting it with. Somebody just had a case dismissed today because they asked for everybody's insurance policy, and
Okay.
they immediately dismissed that shit. But my point of me saying that is, when you get into there, it's like, okay, if you're gonna say I had a speeding ticket, then I need to make sure that your gun or the speed gun, etc., was calibrated that day.
Yeah, and it's crazy. One of them, it wasn't even a gun. It was the cop like had a machine behind him. I was behind him, and he said I was speeding, but he was in front of me.
It can't tell like that. It has to go by, not pick. It can't pick up speed in that manner.
Yeah, well, they have something which is a rear view radar, and that's what they're trying to get me with over here in Florida.
Again, was it calibrated on that
Right.
Just
particular day?
request the videos.
Yeah, you can do a motion of discovery for the video cams and everything as well, and to make sure that these particular things that they're using were calibrated and that they're calibrated every single day. Because again,
Right.
these things happen.
Right. So I could just drop a motion for discovery requesting that because I mean there's a court date for like April.
Yep, that's what you can do.
All right, thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, Audrey.
Hello, Eric. Thank you. I wanted to ask if I could ask a trust question.
Go ahead.
We had spoke a while ago and I kind of got hung up on the trust. And my question is, have you ever, I think you said yes, I can't remember, but have you ever heard of a corporation sole? And if so, my question is, do you have to provide an affidavit along with that?
You gotta be more specific.
It's an affidavit to say that you're starting up the church.
You need an affidavit to say you're starting a what?
So I guess my real question is, if I don't live in a state where a corporation sole is recognized, because apparently there's only so many states, does it even matter? Because if I don't want to be a creation of the state, then I am, like you teach.
You're not a creation of the state. It ain't a matter if you don't want to be. You're not. You're actually not.
Correct.
You
And
gotta
so,
formulate your question better. Like, what is it that you want to know specifically? Because you can,
specific,
if you're asking me, can you start a 508? Do you need permission? No, just start one.
correct. But does it need to be paired with a corporation sole? I guess that would be a good way to ask that.
Why? No, it doesn't. It don't have to be paired with anything. It's its own separate entity.
The corporation or the corporate, I mean, the 508 or the corporation
They
sole?
both are separate.
Correct.
They're both
Okay.
separate entities. Your Social Security is an entity, and if you start a 508, it's its own.
Okay, because the corporation, okay. And so they're not where they need to be like peanut butter and jelly. They don't need to be together.
They're already not together, though.
They're already not together. Okay. And I wrote down my question here, and with the corporation sole, I was reading that you were supposed to create an affidavit saying that you're the church, but I guess that's not true since I don't have to.
But see, what you keep saying, corporation soul. Corporation soul for what? What are you trying to do with this corporation soul? What are you trying to make out of it?
So what I was reading is that through a corporation sole, it's kind of like what the king, or the monarch, or like the pope are, or like cardinals or bishops or something like that, where when you are starting a ministry, it creates the title of everything. And how does it say it? But so it creates a seat for the title, but you don't own everything. You're just like you manage everything. You're like a trustee.
And now you're falling more into the 501c3 era. You're talking to me about a 508. There's nothing that you have to do for a 508. You can just literally wake up and say you're a church today, based up off your beliefs, etc. That's totally different. Now you start talking, when you mention the word corporation in the first place, now I know you're headed into the 501c3 era.
See, that's kind of what I was wondering. So I know we just had a consult, but you were helping us also to get back on track with our taxes, but you had mentioned it would be best to go ahead and start our trust. Well, I got sick, my husband anyway, it's just been a minute. Do you suppose I should just probably get a consult with you for the trust to maybe get some help?
I think you need to go check your email. Is what you need to do.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. And would it matter if we went ahead and tried to do our taxes like you had told us if we didn't have the trust yet?
You can do your taxes whenever you feel like it, but again, go check your email.
I'll do that. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much. God bless.
You're welcome. Mo, what's up, Mo?
What's up, brother? What's up? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, pretty good.
All good, bro. So my question is regarding, I think, back in season 3 or 4, one of those two. Remember those that 8-digit I was talking about a while back in one of the sessions?
The what now?
The 8-digit that I was talking about, the IRS posted on my transcript.
Okay, I guess I'm listening.
So basically, they froze it, and now they send me a letter saying we need pay stubs, we need this, we need proof of the income. But all those stuff that the stuff that we filed was all those 1099s, the OIDs and 1099A. So now I'm thinking to just send them the full year for basically send them bank statements and just copy of the documents that I filed with them. What do you think?
That's proof. See, let me tell you. Let me explain something to y'all. Do y'all remember when I went to the TAC Center?
Yeah, a while back, right?
Yeah.
When you,
and you remember me telling you I had to go there, and they had to do certain things, like for me, and even showed me a few things in there. Like I made them do a couple of my year 2022 over. They redid the year for what was it? The pandemic. What was that? 2020 and 2021, or was it 2020 and 2021? Right, when they gave those extra credits out and stuff like that. Y'all remember?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a letter from them today. Mind you, I went to them and they did this for me, and then they sent me a penalty letter. Like this shit ain't already been done. So I just want y'all, I'm just trying to let y'all know, like, I go through bullshit too. And that's bullshit. Because I literally let them do it. I got proof of it. Like, right in here with me right now. About the stuff they did, right? And it's like, okay, what you want me to do with it, right? That's where I'm at with it. And they're like, okay, well, we need you to send us something. And I'm like, send you what and for what? Because I've already taken care of this with you before. Like, I'm finna show it to y'all. Let me cover up my, let me just fold it like this. Look at it. You see this? If y'all can see that in the thing right there, it says Internal Revenue Service, WNI Field Assistance, Florence, Alabama, 35630, February the 15th, 2024. Right?
We don't see anything.
Yeah, we don't. Well, y'all ain't. I know y'all. I'm pointing at the camera, so I'm gonna let y'all see it too. Let me turn my camera on for y'all too. Y'all supposed to be on the other thing too. I only got one camera to show y'all. I try not to let y'all look on this side at me because it slow my computer up for y'all. But
No, that's all good. I didn't know if you were just showing us or the other side.
no, right there. See that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a letter. That's my whole point. I got a letter about this, and you see, they the one who filled this out. Right? They did it. And they gave me a whole freaking letter, boy. And I'm like, okay, so I didn't do this. You did this. And then you send me something about some stuff you did. And that's insane to me. So that's why I keep telling y'all, like, man, listen, some of the questions, like, I want to have all the answers for y'all in certain situations with them. But I don't, because they sending me bullshit. I don't know what they doing over there sometimes, man. I didn't do it. You know what I mean? And that's just where we at right now on those particular things. I didn't do it. You did it. You one put this together. I brought my transcripts up there, and they sending me stuff like this. And this is all the way dealing with 2021 and so on. And it's like, what y'all want me to do about it? Because I didn't do it. So when y'all come asking me stuff about why they doing this and that, man, bro, I can't tell you why them folks don't. But at the same time, that's why I'm looking at them like, oh, y'all ass is being sued. Right? Look, here go another one. They had sent me for, what you say, 2022. You filed a purported tax return for tax periods above that claim one or more frivolous positions or reflected desire to delay or impede administration of the tax laws. If you don't immediately correct your return, we'll assess a $5,000 penalty against you. Bro, you did it. So why are you sending this to me when you're the one who put this shit together? Now, do y'all understand what I'm saying? So I got a few things I got to take care of too, but as again, you see, they did this. Right? They put this together. And it says proof of delivery. I can go look on my IRS.gov right now, and it don't say shit like they sent a daggum thing in there. I don't know.
Man, this is exactly why Trump firing all these idiots at the
Thank
IRS.
you. This is why this going on right now. Because it's a lot of bullshit going on in there.
Incompetent.
And
Think they just try to stop the process or just
Nah, they gonna send. So what they do is they do it to everybody, and then most people are just ignorant, and so they gonna get they
The
gonna get it
thing was
over.
this, like, all right, they sent me something saying for whatever particular tax year that I was supposed to do or file some certain type of way, whatever, right? Cool. All right, so they wanted to ID me. They want to make sure the identity and all of that. So I go up there with my ID, transcripts, etc. And she was like, "Okay, here you have an appointment for such and such." I give it to her, and that's when I realized that boom, they could see everything that we've been doing from the get go. So I looked and I was like, "Whoa, y'all really see everything?" So they was like, "Yeah, we see. They got every single thing. Like they got it all on the record of file." So I'm like, "So y'all ain't been saying nothing though. I'm here today." So then she was like, "Well, I'm gonna help you out with some things that you missed on 2021 and 2022 and stuff like that." I said, "Okay, cool, bet." Man, listen to me. It's just a damn shame. I'm still receiving stuff from stuff that they did. I can't even look. I haven't got what they owe me from 2021 yet. They still got that. They still whatever they doing now. I don't know. Like I said, because I went directly to them and I haven't filed anything else to them or for them until I get my other shit. And I ain't. I don't care how they feel about it. And then even when they try to come this way, well, guess what? Everything is in a foreign trust in the first place. So what do you want to do about this situation? Either give me my money or get out my face. There's nothing else we can talk about. So I just want y'all to know that I go through the shit too. Y'all got it?
Got it.
Got
I
it.
mean, I noticed that like they be sending me like go to the TSA office, and when I meet with them people, bro, I feel like I have more knowledge than them. Like they don't know what they're doing. Like the IRS requested some documents, and I give it to them, and they're like, "Oh, I'm looking at your account. Everything is good," and so they will contact you if they need anything else. I'm like, "What the hell am I doing here then? If you just, you know?"
That's my point. And it's like a shit show because nobody knows what the freak is going on. All of a sudden, you send something, they don't got nothing. I talked to one of my people today, and they was like, "Hey, I sent something to the IRS and et cetera." And then they said they don't got it. And then what they say, they saying they don't got it. They haven't gotten anything yet. And then they turn around and send them a letter for the same thing they said that they don't got. Like, what are we doing here, man? And then it's like you're making threats. So if you're gonna make these threats towards us, what happened? What's the penalty for y'all messing up this shit? You see what I'm saying? What's the penalty for their
Exactly.
mistakes? They make all the threats in the world to take everything from you, but they're sitting up here making all the mistakes from an office desk, et cetera, and then going home with a smile on their face, knowing that they just made a threat to take your shit. And this is why what's going on today within the United States Corporation, this is why. This is why it's happening. It's been going on too long. And people ain't doing nothing. And see, here it is, man. It just reminds me because now that I'm looking at all of this, I'm looking at it. Even for tax year, what it says, 2022, et cetera, all of this stuff was done. They tried to do a refund freeze, a payment, then they let it undid it, then they did it again, then they undid it again, then they added credit to it says credit to your account for 2021. That was added. Then they tried to freeze it, then they unfroze it again, and then it's like we're sending your money. Money is on the way, and I ain't seen a damn dime yet. So, man, you know what? That's why I be telling y'all don't make the IRS your life. You sitting around waiting on them. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Do not make it your life to where you're just sitting around waiting on them to issue and throw you a bone. Which is why, just be patient. They get rid of it, you don't owe nothing no way. They'll be dispersing funds instead of receiving. So and I'm very transparent with y'all. I don't mind telling y'all at all. I go through it too. I just don't say something about certain shit because what's the point? Like, this is stupid. I don't even understand. Why would you make me come up there, do all this stuff. They actually do the forms for me, do whatever corrections for me, and then I'm back here at this situation. Right?
Gotcha.
So I don't know, man. I just don't know, brother. I said that's just why I like, I say the law is the law, and the only thing we can do is make sure we assert ourselves in that manner. That way, whenever the day do come, hey, listen, I did it according to the law. What'd you guys do? Besides make threats.
Yeah. Yeah, they still hold on for almost 20 some $1,000 from me for, the 2021, or the 47202, I believe. And they said they're gonna release the money, but they always coming back like, oh, you need to renew your 7202. I was like, I already done it. Like the fund's supposed to be approved, since you already put on the transcript. Then I called in. I was like, listen, guys, I'm tired of this. You guys are the expert. I've done everything I do. I need to have someone who I can communicate with directly. I cannot be sending things to different places. And then the lady, she said, okay, I'm going to give you a fax number. You can, fax all your stuff there. Just make sure you put this number on all your documents.
They still turned around and gave you a to go somewhere.
Exactly.
Fax machine is not an individual that you want to speak to. See what I'm saying? But they hired how many? 80-something thousand some people for what? What was the purpose of that shit?
Man, they just been sitting there collecting paycheck.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but I'm going on 20 weeks right now on them processing my transcript from 2024. And they keep saying they don't have my stuff. 20 weeks just to process a transcript.
See, that reminds me of my mother. My mother went, I think my mother, she had filed hers, and I think she didn't get, I think it was last year. She didn't get hers till October.
I'm still waiting on 2023.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Me too. I am too. And it said mine was credited to my tax account April the 15th, and I still ain't got it.
I'm still waiting on mine too from last year.
And they got my 2024 frozen.
That's all I can say. And then what makes it so bad, I ain't even do nothing extra on 2023. I ain't do nothing extra, y'all. I just said, I'm gonna file this way to do this and get it out the way because I didn't have time to sit down and do certain shit. And still, here we are again. So much stuff over here, but still, here we are again, man. Dealing with this stuff. And it's like, what we supposed to be doing here? I'm just going through all my stuff right now. I was looking for the other form too, but I didn't. That's why I said, you know what? I ain't dealing with y'all till y'all get it together. Because to be calling and say, hey, y'all got this, and they be like, no, we don't have it. But then you turn around and send me a letter and saying, well, you for this particular year that I've been speaking to you about the whole time, like that's insane. What we doing? So hell no, I'm not sending you nothing else. I ain't claiming a damn dollar with y'all or nothing. Come get it in blood. Shit. For real, because this just out of hand for us. And you hear how many people that saying we didn't file this, but we still waiting on 2023. But we still talking about shit that happened in 2021. So that's why I say, y'all be saying, how long it's going to take, man? Did you hear everybody in here speaking? We waiting. A lot of people didn't file, and a lot of people filed the same way they've been filing all their life. And for some reason, they just ain't getting shit right now. They lost it for some reason or something.
All right, bro. Can I share one thing?
Go ahead.
So, you remember those times when I was telling you I was helping people with certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was this young lady. She's a white girl. She's out in St. Cloud, Minnesota. I did her tax. She owed about 20-some thousand dollars, right? I did you got what they else that the tax thing we did, the tax conference, or you remember? You know what I'm talking about, anyways. What if I told you she got her check about 4 weeks? I think 6 weeks into the thing. Like I did her paperwork. You know, she gave me my coins, and you know, she received the letter that stating that we received your documents, blah blah blah. And about, I would say, into the 2 months mark, she sent me a picture of the check. So I don't know what's going on, to be honest with you. That kind of made me suspicious.
So they find. So you saying that you did hers for her, and boom, she got her check, but you sitting up here waiting on your shit.
Exactly.
Hey, don't feel bad, bro. That's one of them things where I be telling y'all, like,
Bro,
man, I went
did-
through hell to get what I got. When y'all be over here, hey, I got mine already. I'm like, damn, well, you know, I had to fight for that to get what I needed, but you got yours right away. I ain't mad at you, but damn,
Bro.
they treated me like I was the stepchild.
I did that thing for $75K, bro. $75K. And I felt, once she received the check and all that, I felt offended, bro. I was like, what the hell is going on?
I'm just saying, man. Hey, it's crazy is all I can say, y'all. That's why I be telling y'all, like, I can't really tell you what they gonna do, when they gonna do, and how they gonna do. I don't work there, you know, but I'm glad somebody's willing to come clean it up. Because it needs
Hey Mo, did you send it to a different place for her versus where you sending yours, like a different office?
That don't matter.
Nah.
They all went to the same place.
Basically, she received a letter. You know those letters when they be saying, if you don't pay, we're gonna do this thing and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, well, I seen that letter and there was an address on that. I drafted all the documents, created negotiable instrument. You know, I also put, you know, all the necessary information on there. I told her to mail it. I just said with a return receipt. They received it.
I'm just telling y'all, man, it's not a particular address. I promise it's not. Because I didn't send shit at the wrong place, and they didn't send it to the right place, and I still got what I wanted. So I'm not gonna sit up here and let them get away with like, oh, I went to the address, especially when they gonna send you around. Well, send it over here or fax it over here, and then still tell you we ain't got it. No, y'all got problems in there. That's what y'all got.
If I remember correctly, I sent it to an app.
You breaking up. He gone. But yeah, man, I just want y'all to know that though. Like, I wanted to share that with y'all because now I gotta take this, make a copy of this, and send it in and let them know like y'all the one did this. So why are you coming at me? That's what I gotta do now. So yeah. Anyway though. Oh man, this is what we dealing with, fam. So anybody got to ask me about when, where, and how, and I promise you I don't know. I can't tell you. I done seen people get stuff the next couple of days. I done seen people. The young lady came on here, told you it took her 8 months to get something, and then somebody like it's just a lot. And then she had a tax advocate, and he didn't know shit. Kept telling, no, don't do it that way. As soon as she did it the way that she was supposed to, she got exactly what she was supposed to get. So I just want y'all to know that. But yeah, who was next? Jamel, what's up?
What's going on, brother? How you feeling?
I feel pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm amazing, man. I'm thankful, man. I'm breathing.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, for sure, man. Listen, I just got a quick question. So I had submitted something in my brother's case, right? I submitted something in his case. It got accepted by the clerk, but it never got served. So it just sat on it. It's still sitting there. Mind you, he been in there about 2 months. So Wednesday was his court date. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very in tune with my spirit. And I woke up, nerves was bad, prayed, meditated, still didn't feel right. And I know what that feeling is. Like I'm super in tune. But I was just like, everything will be good. So I went to court down here in Georgia with my mama. We went, hoping he gonna get out. So mind you, he had a public defender. And the day before that, I was thinking about something I heard you say in your case. You talking about the fruit of the poisonous tree. So when I'm on the phone, my mama on the phone with her, you know, he got it's a petty charge. It was probation violation. He didn't do his community service and he ain't pay no money. But I knew they still got to prove willful intent. So I'm on the probation. I mean, the public defender called my mama, just trying to get her to run down the probation officer, trying to give him a year. Mind you, he didn't already serve 2 months for a victimless crime. So I asked my mama, I was like, ask her, can I talk to her? So I get on the phone and I'm like, yeah, my brother need to come home. And I was like, you know, this was a victimless crime and they violated his due process of law. I was like, when they pulled him over, there was no warrant with the seal on it. You know, they ain't take him to the magistrate. She paused and got quiet. And she was like, well, yeah, but we can't use that. And I'm thinking in my head all the time how they do us, even with doctors, you know, they smile in our face, but they ain't trying to help us. So I'm like, man, he don't need, and I've been telling him to fire her. So I even said, there's no injured party. My brother got the right under the Sixth Amendment to face his accuser. The lady gonna say me. Well, she was like, sir, there is an injured party, the state. And I was like, man, the state is a legal fiction. I was like, that's a fictitious entity. And I was like, he can't question the state. The state on the stand. Man, bro, she got quiet, didn't say that. She just said to me, we can't use that. So I said, Lord God help my brother. So I go to court next day. He ain't bring up none of that. Only thing she said, she was like, you know, he needs to be back at home with his family. He's an IT tech, because my brother IT, you know, he put up TVs, he's very professional, he got a job. He just came from working. So, you know, the judge was like, I don't think he learned his lesson. Back in jail 8 more months for a victimless crime. I'm like, oh, they dirty. So right now, man, I'm filling out paperwork right now, man, trying to do what I can to try to get them out, man, because it's, I just talked to him.
You got to do a habeas corpus, bro.
Right. And that's what I was gonna do, the habeas corpus and some other documents, but I know I gotta bring the body forth.
Yeah, you gotta do a habeas corpus for sure. That is frustrating and that is some bullshit, but definitely a habeas corpus.
For sure. I appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, no problem. Who we got next? What's up, Don?
Did you call Dawn?
Yes, I did.
Oh, sorry. So I have a question. Oh, so I just spent last night in jail. Well, not the whole night. Anyway, so backstory, I rescinded my driver's license. I rescinded my tags. I have a DOT for private, non-commercial, have the stickers on my car. On both sides of the window, I look like a ghetto trash or whatever. I don't know. I look stupid with it probably, but and then I did have a DOT tag that I made and I put it on the back of my car. Well, I kept getting pulled over and they were like, you're going to get arrested for having a fake tag or whatever. And I was like, it's not fake. You can make your own tag. Right. Yeah. So what I ended up doing is I put on Chiefs tag. It's the #1 Chiefs fan. I'm in Missouri. And I got pulled over. Well, before I put that on, I'd taken other tags off, so I didn't have any tags. I got pulled over by this police officer. I wasn't speeding or anything. He said, oh, I noticed you didn't have tags. I go, I know, but I have DOT paperwork. I have it all here. I rescinded this and this. This dude calls 2 other cops. I'm surrounded. This is in September when that happened. I'm surrounded by 3 cops, and I'm a 57-year-old grandmother. So I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, so he comes up to the window and he's like, hey, you didn't have tags. And I had to call this other officer because I don't understand what you're saying. And I mean, I was talking about Title 49 and everything, like you don't have to have driver's license or tags if you're non-commercial, trying to explain it to him that it's in consumer goods and it's in a trust, the vehicle, automobile. Anyway, so he goes and gets this other guy that's a real smart ass, and he comes up and I start to tell him stuff and he's like, no, we're not doing that sovereign citizen thing. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that sovereign citizen thing either. And so they went back to the car and he came back up and he said, I'm sorry, he said, I have to give you a ticket. And I'm like, okay. So I took the ticket, I put that I rescinded, I do not wish to contract on it, and quoted some UCC and some USC laws or whatever. I certified mailed it back to him within 72 hours. And then next thing, I see that it's still on the docket because on CaseNet you can see. So I sent the judge and the prosecutor like my paperwork, and I did an affidavit. And I was like, I'm not going to be appearing in court. I'm not dead. I'm not going to be summoned or whatever. That probably was stupid. But anyway, I just said you don't have to have a driver's license or tags or registration if you're non-commercial or even insurance, but I do. So anyway, she ends up sending out, or she didn't send it out. I saw it on CaseNet. It said order for fingerprinting. And that was on, so the court date was set for October 22nd. She sent that on, or put that out on October 18th. And I was like, I have never seen anything like that before. So I sent her a letter and I said, I'm not going to give you my fingerprints. Here's my fee schedule. If that's what you want, this is what I charge for that. And again, I said, I'm not going to appear. I haven't broken any laws. That's an ordinance. Anyway, long story short, she does a summons, mails that out. Again, I send a letter again. I'm not going to be there. These are the reasons why. This is the law. Da 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 da. And so I've been watching it. So nothing had happened for a long time. And then I noticed that there was a court date. Well, I didn't notice that till last night after I got out of jail and went, look, there was a court date, I guess, December 3rd. And so she sent out, she didn't send out the warrant until February 5th. And I was on my way to go to dinner with a friend, and this cop swerved behind me, even though I put that little #1 Chiefs fan on the back of the car. And he pulls me over and he says, well, you don't have tags on your car. And I said, well, I do have a decorative tag on my car. And I said, but I also have my DOT stickers and everything. And so I give him all my paperwork and my recension stuff, and I have my passport and stuff. Anyway, he comes back and he goes, well, you're under arrest. And I was like, for what? And he goes, well, you didn't appear in court. And I was like, what in the hell? So anyway, they arrested me, didn't read me my Miranda rights, without permission, went through my purse, went through my car, everything. I had pulled over in Quick Trip too. So I was in a parked place, and he comes back. There's 2 of them in the car. And he comes back and he says, well, I'm going to have your car code. I go, well, why are you going to do that? I can have someone come and pick it up. Well, Quick Trip doesn't want it parked here. And I said, well, it's not going to be that long for someone to come and pick up this vehicle. He goes, well, it's not drivable anyway. I said, yes, it is. It has DOT stickers. Anyway, I tried not to argue with him or anything. So I was in jail a couple hours last night and then bonded myself out. But when I signed, I put under duress, and I told the person who was taking my picture, and I said, when he took my fingerprints, I said, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not consenting to you, taking my fingerprints or whatever. I said, you're going to have to do it forcibly well, not forcibly, but you're going to have to move my hand there, basically is what I said. And when I signed the bond, I put under duress. So I have another court date, April 4th or April 3rd. So I just don't know what to do now, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go into that fucking court.
Everything you do, and you have to go. It's about due process. And if you don't go and assert your rights, then it's you're waiving every bit of them. And
okay,
that's the easiest thing about this situation, because they are not in a partial judicial service here, because again, one, there's not going to be a jury, there's going to be a form of a bench trial. And they are also the beneficiary of this whole entire situation. Is this the city, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So
local.
there you go. It's the municipal is in full benefit of every single thing that's going on. And it's just really you going in there challenging the situation, because again, was there a warrant present for you?
Was there what?
A warrant.
Yeah, she had put a
No,
warrant on.
listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to say it again. Did the officer have a warrant in his hand saying that he
Nope.
has a warrant to arrest you?
No,
That's
not
a
that I'm
violation
aware
of
of.
due process of law.
He just had it on his computer screen. I saw it when they put me in the car.
Computer
It said
screen don't mean
warrant.
nothing. It has to be a physical warrant signed by the judge, physically there with you.
Yeah. And the other thing is, I looked at the warrant. It didn't say anything about you have the right to search your purse or search your car or anything like that.
Exactly. All of it's a violation of due process of law. I just went through the same thing, so I beat it. All three of them. Everything they tried to give me, no license, no registration, and failure to yield. Yeah, I slaughtered it. And you can't.
What did you say?
I'm saying
like,
what
do
I'm
you?
saying now.
Where's the?
It's a violation of due process of law. It's a motion to dismiss because they violated due process and they violated the Fourth Amendment. They took property without you having any form of hearing or going to court. And they need to prove, they need to prove how it was unsafe. It's not, you see what I'm saying? They need to prove the safety that it was unsafe for your car to be there. And Quick Trip didn't say a damn thing. For one, they didn't even go in there and talk to him. So that's how you know it's a lot. Tell them to prove it. Ask them, did they get this? Like, and the fact that if you don't go, that's where you're not going to have the chance to, you know, actually defend your estate.
Okay, because I was going to go in and say, what law, not ordinance, what law says that I'm required as a private, non-commercial person that I have to be registered, have a driver's license? Well, I won't bring that up because it's just about a driver's license.
Ask them what law, what delegation of authority do they have to violate the Fourth Amendment? What delegation of authority do they have? Because like there was no warrant, they took property and they fully searched you without anything present.
Okay.
That's the main thing you need to look at. Like, it's all about them having to do and follow through with the actual law itself. And when they don't, well, that's where we get our chance to do our thing.
Okay.
And it's a bill of attainder because, again, there is no, you know, there's not going to be a jury trial here. Everything is based on a bench trial. None whatsoever. And so, again, that creates a form of a bill of attainder in the first place, which you have all the right.
So should I file a motion to dismiss?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Make sure you go dive into the law about why you're doing it, though, to dismiss the case, because that's going to be the most important part. That's where you win at. A motion is equity.
Okay. Thank
That
you.
is the equitable part of the court. When you say,
Yeah, how do you get,
go ahead.
how do you get the bonds? That's what I've been trying to figure out. How do I get my money off those bonds that they're creating?
Well, you need to claim the case first. So you would need to go and make a full claim on the case because it's a case now. Like a case number is considered a form of account, and it's an intangible property. So now when you look at it from that perspective, then now you know that you have to make a claim because anything that's not made a claim of is automatically in the public. So make your claim.
Okay.
Make your claim over everything. And then, matter of fact, did you not see Trump's UCC?
Yeah, I've seen it.
There
It's,
you go.
it's awesome.
There you go.
So just file a UCC on the court case?
Got to.
Okay.
Got to.
Should I follow it up with a UCC 3 to create this?
Do you know what a UCC 3 is first before you even say that?
Yeah,
What
I
is it?
do.
Tell me what it is.
I just got to go back. It's where you close the door behind. You're getting.
No, it's just
your,
a UCC 3 is only made and used for like a form of assignment or to add something else. That's
Oh,
it.
okay. I
So
thought you
if
had
you
to do
just
like.
go ahead and do it all from the beginning, there's no point of having to go do a UCC 3.
Okay. And I've done a UCC 1 on my all caps name.
So there you
And
go.
I
So hold
have a
that.
security.
See, so my question is this: if you've done all of that, why would you never present that for court and do a motion to dismiss? Why would you never do that?
No, you just gave me the idea though. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but and I'm saying that to people because people go and do this stuff, but they just to have it, but that's not what it's for. It's for you to protect it's for you to protect your claim.
Right. So should I file my UCC paperwork in the court with the motion? showing that I have.
It's you making your full claim. It's already public record, so it ain't like it. Of course.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
It's your claim over the estate.
And they're trespassing on my trust res, right?
You said what now?
And they're trespassing on my trust res, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Proof is
Right.
everything.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
But yeah, you should have been hit them with due process of law though, for sure. Like that's what you got to hit them with. We can't even let them think they got away. Absolutely. All right, Nino.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, just a quick question. I'm helping my aunt go through bankruptcy, and I told her she should file a counterclaim and an injunction against the creditors. What would be some good advice you recommend?
Against the creditors, you just need to do a motion to compel them to show proof they have certain things to validate their claim.
Okay, cool.
That's the main thing. Make them bring their claim. If they say they have this, and that, then they need to come prove it, showing the wedding signatures, the original documents to whatever to have their claim. Anybody can make copies of anything. But we don't know if it's actual copy unless the original was there. That's another thing.
So that's a form of reset then. We can't really do that.
I didn't hear what you said.
I mean, for those who are struggling with their credit and all this stuff, they can really just do what they call it, bankruptcy, and then have them the creditors prove their claim.
They always got to prove their claim for sure.
Yeah,
But
you
a
just
lot
got to
of
raise
people,
it.
a lot of people don't bring that to the question though.
Yeah, you got to file a counterclaim. That's what it's called. It's under the federal rule of evidence. It's a counterclaim, and so that's what I was telling them. If you don't raise it though, then they'll just bankrupt the estate. But you have to put in a counterclaim in the order, because basically you're countering what they saying. They saying you owe, but you got to file a counterclaim first in order to assert your rights.
Ooh, you don't know what you just did, Eric.
You said what now?
You don't know what you just did with that right now, man. I'm finna take that and run with it.
I mean,
Like
but
I have a
go ahead.
yeah, go ahead. I have family members who are struggling with credit, and we've been like going back and forth with these credit bureaus, and they just keep playing us. Now I'm about to use this bankruptcy strategy and just go full blown with it.
Yeah, I've known somebody to go into bankruptcy and they bankrupted their estate. They was like, okay, if the United States went bankrupt, then the estate has to go bankrupt too. So they bankrupted the estate and they consolidated all the debt and they made them bring forth everything to prove their claim. Because the thing is, they have to prove it in a manner and they can audit, they can do a full audit on all of it. And then there's a trustee. These people start holding jobs and they work for you now and they have to start proving this stuff. And if they don't, well, it's a form of neglection as well. So I've seen it done that way as well. It's a lot of work to put into it, but can it be done? Yes, it can. Definitely can be done. For sure. All right, Rebecca.
Good evening, Eric. How you doing?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. I don't necessarily have a question, but I believe somebody was asking you about filing taxes electronically as opposed to on paper. I came across this document inscribed, and I was actually looking for another document, but the document inscribed is called Lawful Money Tax Saving Strategies. And I was just kind of skimming through it, just trying to get a better I guess, understanding or trying to connect the dots. And it did mention a few tips on how to file electronically and on paper. If anybody needs that, it was kind of like a little extra help to kind of connect the dots. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
All righty, thank you.
No
But
problem.
isn't that what you already gave us, Eric,
You
a
said
few weeks
what?
ago? We talked about that a few weeks ago, didn't we?
Yeah. Yep, we did. We absolutely did. All righty, Angie.
Hey, Eric. Hope all is well tonight. How are you?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm all right. I'm kind of confused because, like I said, Wednesday night, I'm a newbie to all this. So I don't know. I'm confused. I'm in the water trying to swim. I'm trying to figure out when you guys are talking about transcripts and everything. Like, I just filed my taxes, got it back. And then I don't know where to start from. So I'm trying to figure out what were you guys talking about? Are you talking about estimated taxes, waiting on your transcripts? Like I'm confused. And like I'm trying to figure out where I need to start from as far as taking your classes. And then secondly, I live in Connecticut. So in Connecticut, they got taxes on everything. I mean, like your car, everything. I gotta pay car taxes. So right now I'm like $700 in the hole over one car. My daughter $1,000 in the hole over one car. So I'm trying to figure out, do you even have a class for that? So those are the two things. Like I'm just trying to figure out where I need to go and what class I need to take.
You need to go back to the beginning of everything, and that's you would need to go back to you need to understand what this is first and foremost, and how you are
Right.
a shareholder of the United States, and
Yeah.
what that comes from dealing with your birth certificate, Social Security, and everything like that. So, um, I do have a place. I can't think of it right off the bat. I'm gonna tell you. I've been looking for something while I've been talking to y'all, and obviously I can. I'm not just not gonna find it right now. So let me just stop looking. But you can go to um my website, and when you get on there, it's called the Divine Trust, not the one that says for 50, but
Okay.
it's the other one. It'll be on there. That's the full. It's the full replay and all documents into it, and that's where I would start, just to know,
Okay.
because that deals with your birth certificate and Social Security card. So it'll say the
Okay.
Divine Trust pop-up class pre-recording template, and
Okay.
start there.
Okay.
And again, it's going to show you how to convey your birth certificate and stuff like that. You can go down to your particular county. Sometimes it's a little different, just depends. I haven't heard anybody in Connecticut do this yet, but it has been done in pretty much every other state. But
Uh-huh.
you're going to go claim your estate that way. And once you
Okay.
claim your estate, you'll start from there. And then it's just about learning about trust, because everybody got to know. I keep saying that the base foundation of this all is that you are a self-employed, and that's what they get to assume. It's up to you
Right.
to correct the manner. So that's why, and the self-employed or the sole proprietor actually takes on the most liability. So
Mm-hmm.
which it goes back to United States hold the obligations to all debt. Well, that fell upon the U.S. citizen. So the U.S. citizen, you have to remove everything from it, and it needs
Mm-hmm.
to go into trust or some form of, corporations and stuff like that. But all corporations, all these major corporations are still being operated by holding companies, in which are acting like trust or owned by trust as well too. So everything falls back into trust at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the best place to start. Is go start with the Divine Trust pop-up class for sure.
All right. Got that.
All righty.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's see who's next. Is it Zakia?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good evening. So I was wanted to ask about levy garnishments. I had a, a attorney's office named Zwicker. They filed a judgment against me, and then I followed the how to handle creditors. It was a video that you did about 3 months ago, and I did a motion to dismiss, and wrote everything out against each bullet or whatever that they had in the judgment, and took it to the court and make sure it was recorded in there and stuff like that. And I never heard anything. Oh, and I also sent a copy to the attorney's office. But I never heard anything back from the court or anybody. And then today I looked at my account and it says $0. So I'm not sure what my next step should be.
So you saying they garnished you?
Correct.
And they did this without hearing your motion? They did this without any form of, you haven't received a judgment order or anything?
So I did receive a judgment order. The judgment order, it basically said, if you don't respond, then, it'll be default and you basically lose. So I responded, and I responded with a motion to dismiss, like all of the counts. It was like 4 things I think they had on there that they were saying against me. And so I submitted the motion to dismiss to the judge and stamped it in and everything, and the court never responded to me or said anything about it or anything like that. When I tried to follow up, it didn't even show that the court case was still, online like it had been previously. And then today I checked my bank account. It was fine yesterday, but it says $0 now. And I called to ask the bank.
But see, now you got to realize due process has been violated. If you put a motion in and there was no hearing for your motion at all, that's a violation of due process. So I would do a motion to vacate on that particular situation and let them know that they violating due process by not letting, having a hearing or making any form of decision or deciding on that particular motion. And as well as, if you motion for them to bring and present certain forms of documentations, et cetera, that would never happen or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so you need to do that ASAP. And then that way, when you get done, if they still, and also do a judicial notice stating the harm, et cetera, that the judge has caused, and with the judicial notice, what comes with that as well, because they were acting in a biased manner, for sure. And then you can even recuse the judge as well from that and send it off to their judiciary commission to make a complaint about that as well. And and then you can also do a form of a counterclaim, because now it's theft of property.
Because now it's what?
It's theft.
Oh,
Yeah, it's theft of property now. They done took stuff.
So, Eric, can I share something about that right there with them garnishing wages? I don't know if you know who Christina Wilson is. She just did a brand. They pretty much garnished him to his bank account. And what she did was she found out who the person was who ordered that to garnish his account, like who sent it over to the bank. She literally went, when she found it out, she did a background check on him, found out who it was. And she personally held him liable. So she went to the police department, filed a police report for identity theft and wire fraud. She said the next day the funds was back in his account.
I bet it was.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point. I'm saying that's theft too. So yeah, you can go report
that. Yes.
Sure.
Do all that, and I will still figure out who the person be liable for it.
Right.
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much.
Totally agree. Thank you as well. Go ahead, Tanisha.
Eric. Blessings, blessings. How's the fam and the new baby?
Everybody's doing great.
Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm gonna make it a quick question because I'm pretty sure I know what I need to do and where I need to go. And we've been doing this foreclosure and different things like that. The last thing I did, I hit them with about 5 motions. We did the motion for the declaratory judgment, motion to compel them for more evidence and things, motion to reconsider the last judgment. I forget what the other 2 were. It took a while, hadn't heard anything back and everything, but then they did start denying them. And I just put in another one too, so I'm waiting on that one. But in going to the next steps, if I'm going to the appeal, I just have a question. I just want to make sure I'm not outside of the timeline. The appeal, does the time clock start from the judgment that was entered or from the denials of the motions and the orders?
Say it one more time so I can make sure.
Okay. For me to file an appeal, if I have 30 days to file an appeal, is that clock from when they put in their first final judgment or from when they denied the last motion?
It starts when they put their judgment in, not the denial. So have the judge already gave the order or something?
Well, they did that. We didn't have so many back and forths, emotions and stuff. So from the last hearing that had happened, they put in, I got the page up right now. Perfect. Let's see. The last hearing we had was back in December, and that's when they had us do the, put in our proposed orders and things. And then, so they entered the judgment in December, and the judgment was entered in December. And then it's been a back and forth on some of these different motions.
So
there was even one I thought I was outside the time even for the motion at one point in time. We did an extension of time to file, and they said that it wasn't that I was within the time, and they made it a motion to correct error.
So have you done the motion? You did the motion to vacate yet? You already did that? If you did,
I've done several, but I just did that
it's
one
time to
again recently.
It's time to go to an appeal now. So just go move to the appeal, take everything that you did motions of, and let the higher court deal with that, because there are error in procedures and what they were doing. So they're going to make them hold to be held accountable for showing certain things that was in your defense and that you didn't get to make. If you understand what I'm saying.
Yep. Nope. I got you. I that's exactly where I'm at. And I just, like I said, after they started doing the denials, I did just put in a final one, I guess I wanted to say, to vacate the judgment and set aside the sale, because they changed the date of the sale after one of the last motions. But I just put in a final one. So I guess that's the question too. Do I wait to hear on this motion or just go ahead and file the appeal?
Well, the thing is they're gonna do what they already the judge has already proven he's gonna do what he's gonna do. So
right.
And they're not going to make them bring the documents that you're asking for or have motion to compel for them to bring to prove their delegation of authority. So go above him.
Okay. Yep. Got them all. Got all my nails. I'm ready. Okay. Just wanted to know that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right. So I've been saying this whole time I've been talking to y'all, man. I've been looking for this 2022 return. Yeah. These folks know damn well they in trouble. Is what I want to say. Because they know they got me with some bullshit this time. And I got to get me. Because I don't know what made them think they was going to get away. After I didn't had to waste my time going down to the IRS, put all this stuff in there. So, yeah. But anyway, though, man, Thrive Services, you got a question?
Yes, so
You told Angie to look something up on your website. You said something about divine trust.
The Divine
So
Trust
I'm
pop up.
trying.
The Divine Trust pop up class.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, what I want to do, what I do want to tell y'all though is like, man, don't get discouraged, yo. Like, we all going through it. We all going through something. We all got something going on. I just was going through something. I wake up today, still going through some shit that I gotta take care of with them. Like, it's just something. You know what I mean? Like, for real, it's something every day, something. So just know, but be prepared to deal with it. Don't be scared. Learn from it. But the main thing to do, man, put everything in trust and protect your assets no matter what. And do not make a grantor's trust, because if you do a grantor's trust, that is going to that means that you still have interest to this certain property, and that means they get rights to take from you out of that trust as well. So do be mindful of that. Got it?
Eric, quick
Got it, sir.
question. You
Got
s-
it.
Make
with
sure
your
that y'all understand that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Eric, when you said you had your foreign grantors trust, did you create your own 98 number or you got it through the IRS?
What do you mean by that?
So I know, like, they were you make your irrevocable or you make revocable trust, and then you said that you had your when we were talking earlier, you said that you had put your stuff in your foreign grantors trust. So I was
No,
asking
I don't
about the
have a foreign grantor's trust. I don't say
oh,
I would never do a grantor's trust. That's
okay,
my point, because a grantor's
okay,
trust means the grantor still has a form of interest in the trust. I
okay,
don't do it that way. But what I will say is, the foreign trust it don't even have to be known to them. If you want to go get a 9(8), et cetera, and all of that, because you're gonna do banking with it, et cetera, cool. But it don't have to be known to them at all.
gotcha.
But
All right,
and that's what MNRP does for us. Like, it's a whole foreign trust within itself, and we tax exempt by treaty laws and stuff like that as well. So we could all just do WA bins and et cetera on everything, and that goes a long way as well, because we as office, like myself, I'm considered a diplomat, so I don't have to pay taxes. I don't have to answer to statutory jurisdictions and stuff like that. So that's why I be telling people, like, when it comes to sovereignty, like, we really operating on a whole different level over here for real.
okay. Thank you for the clarity.
But see, I don't leave y'all behind, because I know that some people may not ever reach the situation or the particular position that I am in. So I always speak from a perspective that you guys are in. If I was still in those positions, what would I do, etc. So that's the reason why. So a lot of stuff that I do when it comes to handling certain things, I do handle them a little different because of who and what I am. But I still can relate it from your perspective as well. So just so you guys know that I can, that's what I do. Because I know a lot of people get into this and they'll be like, oh, well, we're Moors and we're this, and you either get like us or get this way, or I can't help you. And it's like, well, some people don't have that level of understanding yet, and I don't blame people for jumping into something they don't fully understand. So you have to be able to reach people based on where they're at in their knowledge today, and that's what that's why I speak from to you guys. But I did say I'm going to start doing classes and stuff like, well, not classes, well, just podcasts and stuff like that from where I am actually at, you know what I'm saying, on an international level, and being able to relate that to you guys in that manner as well. Absolutely. What's up, Chris?
Yo, today I had I had to go down to Winter Park and go to an administrative hearing for a couple of traffic tickets from last year in like September, October. You know, it was just so funny going in there. The first thing that the attorney or the general, like I think it's the attorney for the state or for the city, was like, we don't accept any constitutional arguments in this in this hearing. We're just gonna go over the video, and if you ran the red light, which I made a right on the red light, and in
How is
Florida,
it? And that's crazy.
I know
For
they
them to
said that
say
a
something
couple
that's
times.
damn stupid.
They said that
Because
a
your
couple
law does
times.
not exist. Even the statutories, etc., they try to say it don't exist without the Constitution. Ever.
Bro, I was in there
But
like,
that
yo,
also means they have a what? They just said, hey, we have a limited jurisdiction and we can't speak about certain things. So basically that means that you do not have jurisdiction and that this needs to be a change of venue.
mm-hmm. So I'm in there like, and there's like two people that were in front of me for their red light tickets, and they're getting like shut down. Like the guy that's the administrative here, or whatever the dude is, he's not a judge. He's like the administrative officer or whatever. He's in there. Everybody's in there. A couple people are in there trying to challenge their tickets, and they're like getting shut down left and right. And I'm in there just laughing. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Seeing how they that's what they do to everybody. You know, they just bulldozer everybody and just like, oh, you ran the red light, you're getting a ticket. Next. And they got that shit like clockwork. So it's funny because I was in there, and then so it's a red light camera that caught me making a right. So I was like, all right, well, they have an officer that actually creates the ticket. And so I was gonna, even though they told me I can't use the Constitution, I was like, I still tried it anyway. I was like, so I asked the officer, I'm like, well, just so let the record show that I was asking the officer, you did hold an oath, you did have an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States. The attorney was like, objection. She knew what time it was. She knew where I was going. She cut me off before I could even do it. I was like, all right, that's fine. I won't even say nothing else. The guy, even the older white dude, was just, he snapped at me as well. He's like yelling at me. I'm like, yo, you need to be respectful. Like, I'm not being combative. I'm being mad calm, being mad collective. And they were like snapping because they're not used to somebody coming in there challenging them. So they were like caught off guard. And so
what happens is somebody got to pay for what's going on that day. If you
Trust me.
win, you don't pay. They pay.
Trust me. I already have a federal lawsuit against Winter Park. I don't know if I said that the last time, but I filed the lawsuit before I even went up there because lack of due process and all that stuff. So I'm happy that actually happened, because now I get to insert that entire hearing into the court case or to the federal lawsuit that I just had already. So I just found it funny. I was in there just like, I don't know how. I mean, I do know how they get away with it, but when you got somebody that's educated and knows what's going on, it's like, yo, you can't do that. You know, you can't do that to me.
But you
I
know,
can do that.
they want you to look. They want to make it look like they did something to you in front of everybody, so nobody else tries to come do it. Like it'll put fear in others to try that. You know what I mean? And that's why I say at the end of the day, you made sure that everything was asserted for the record, no matter what they do. When this goes up to where it goes up to, like, hey, you got to answer to this, not me. You're the one that's in this, not me. So if you took an oath to not violate the Constitution and here you are violating it, then, you know, what answer do you have when that day comes?
And they're like, and then the dude was like not threatening, but he was like, well, if you don't pay the fine, then we're going to suspend your license. And then if you don't pay it again, then, you know, you're going to suspend your tag. And I was like, well, guess what? I was literally telling them this, and it was so funny. I was like, I don't need a license to travel. It was silent. He's like, well, your tag is going to be expired. I'm like, I don't have a tag, and I don't need a tag to travel either. They were like, they didn't know what to say. It was so funny. So I was like, just for the record, this is public information, right? It's public record. And they're like, yeah. So I was like, all right, well, the dude was so mad. He's like, I'm done talking to you. That's anytime I go into the court cases now, I always challenge them, and they like you said, they just try to dismiss and get me up out of there as soon as possible because they don't want to hear it.
I already know it.
So yeah, I just want to say, give that little story, man. But I wouldn't have even had, you know, that confidence without, you know, coming in and listening and reading and doing my own research and, you know, all that good stuff. So I appreciate you for helping me out with that.
Oh yeah, bro, no problem. What's up, Tammy? Tammy, you're up.
Hello. Okay. You were just explaining to her about the 9/8. Can can you kind of tell me like if you have the 9-8 and I did your trust, is that going to be a problem?
No. But why go do
No.
another trust when you already got a 9-8? Just fix it how you want to.
Okay. But if we didn't have, because my husband still needs to do his, so he doesn't have to get a 9-8.
My thing is if you want to get a 9-8 for him too, get a 9-8. But the trust, you can
Oh,
structure the trust no matter what trust it is, how you want to.
okay. 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 I think that was it.
Yeah, you can structure however you want to. There is no right or wrong way to structure a trust.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Alrighty. And the reason why I say that is because every trust is different. People got different. That's why it's called estate and planning. So what is your plan? Your plan might not be my plan. You know, I gave you an idea, I gave you a base foundation, but you might say, hey, I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna do this way because I do this, or whatever the case may be. So it don't necessarily have to be the same for everybody.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so what okay, I might be thinking too hard, but even if we're going to do the 508,
The 508 is its own separate trust by itself.
right? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Absolutely. My nephew, man, I told y'all about my nephew's situation, and so they get enough. Like, and this is how these people is, bro. This is terrible. I'm just gonna be honest with you, how terrible the system is right now. And I'm not gonna even say the system is terrible. The people that's involved and sitting in these seats are terrible. Like, most of the times, how they'll swap judges on you on certain things. And that ain't even meaning that that just means that judge might be doing something else or not there, or you got a different judge today, you had a judge this day, and then there's another judge on it the next day. And it's like, but this judge ain't read shit about nothing that was filed, ain't looked at nothing, and just immediately started talking from this perspective, like today. And I told you guys about, they tried to, one, they garnished the check before a court order was even entered. And then they, mind you, the first judge said, well, that they needed to, dismiss the case based upon not being properly served. Well, they get another judge on the case, which they thought they was going to see the same judge, but it was a different judge that day. And this judge goes to say, well, seems like you were served. You're here today. Like, what does that mean? I might be here because an attorney told me that someone was suing me. So I had to come approach. And not only that, the name has to be correct, and he's a junior. So they didn't acknowledge whether it was a junior or a senior, which is very important because on the Social Security card, if you want to connect this person to that debt, you have to have the right name, right? You have the right defendant. They never established that. They never established any motions. They immediately took it to the formal trial. And then not only that, it was like, what did he say? He said, something. Well, the judge said, well, I believe it's your debt. Like, bro, well, what proof do you have? And how are you able to insinuate anyway and be biased in this manner? That's another thing, right? And it's just so crazy because they didn't look at any of that. And then it's so crazy. And then he was like, well, so you mean to tell me they can just take my money and I can't do nothing about it? He was like, yeah, you can do something about it. So it's like, oh, so now you're challenging my intellect as if I know what we're doing in here or how to do something in here is what you're telling me. Like, you really think because of how I look that I'm stupid. Man, when my nephew and them told me that, I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. I said, I know exactly what to do for him. He was like, oh, what we going to do? I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'm going to send you to it, but I want you to be able to read over this fully because what we finna hit them with, it's finna be something major. So, yeah, I hit them with a motion to vacate. And I just want y'all to listen. I said, the judge, George Simpson, originally presided over this case and acknowledged that the signature on the alleged service was not that of the defendant. However, instead of dismissing the case for improper service, Judge Simpson granted a motion to set aside a garnishment and scheduled a trial for February 26, 2025. The plaintiff never appeared at the hearing before Judge Simpson. Despite this failure to prosecute, the case was not dismissed, depriving defendant of his right to confront his accuser. The failure to dismiss the case at the stage was a clear violation of due process, and as the defendant was denied his fundamental right to face his accuser and have the case dismissed for lack of prosecution. On February 26, 2025, a new judge, Judge Motlow, ruled in favor of the plaintiff without considering any of the defendant's motions that were properly filed and pending before the court. Judge Motlow improperly assumed that the Best Buy credit card belonged to the defendant without any proof demonstrating bias and exceeding his judicial function by acting as an advocate for the plaintiff. We got you, buddy. Keep thinking we stupid. The plaintiff violated procedural due process by initiating garnishment and taking money from the defendant without a valid court order, causing financial harm to the defendant. As a direct result of unauthorized garnishment, the defendant experienced financial hardship, including the inability to pay bills on time, leading to late fees, financial penalties, and a damage to his credit score. Missed investment opportunities, particularly in XRP cryptocurrency, which would have increased the value of the trust estate, interference with religious obligation as the defendant was unable to tithe the first 10% of his income to his church. Emotional and economic distress caused by the unauthorized taking of his earnings. The court's response that the money was given back does not rectify the illegal taking of funds without judicial authorization, which had the defendant done the same, it would have resulted in criminal charges for theft. The court ordered the funds to be returned to the defendant, yet the clerk's office disobeyed the court order and instead returned the funds to Verizon Wireless, further violating procedural fairness and showing a failure in the enforcement of judicial orders. Violation of procedural due process. The plaintiff took garnishment actions without securing a valid court order, which deprived the defendant of the right to notice and an opportunity to be heard before his property was taken. Procedural due process under Alabama law requires that garnishment actions follow the required judicial steps before any funds can be taken. Ex parte Third Generation Inc. 2003 holds that a party must be given proper notice and an opportunity to be heard before any action affecting property rights is taken. All right, ex parte. RM in 2006, a judgment obtained in a violation of due process is void. It must be vacated. A party's motion must be heard and ruled upon before a judgment is entered. Judge Motlow ignored the defendant's motions and proceeded to rule in favor of the plaintiff without considering the legal defense raised. The defendant had properly filed a motion to dismiss for lack of standing, asserting that the plaintiff had not produced the original agreement or chain of title for the alleged debt, and a motion for sanctions, demanding penalties for the plaintiff's unauthorized garnishment. The motions were ignored. Under Alabama Rules of Civil Procedure, Rule 59E, a judgment can be altered or vacated if there is a clear error of law or procedure irregularity, right? So, the misconduct of the judge. The judge assumed without evidence that the Best Buy credit card belonged to the defendant, violating the principle of neutrality. Canon 3 of the Alabama Canons of Judicial Ethics requires that judge remain impartial and not advocate for one party over another. Alrighty, so ex parte Edgar, 1989. A judge must base decisions, only on evidence in the record. Ex parte Jones, Alabama, 2009. If a judge assumes facts not in evidence, this is a due process violation warranting reversal. Clerk's failure to follow court's order. The court ordered the return of the defendant's fund, yet the clerk's office failed to comply by sending money back to Verizon Wireless instead of the defendant. Ex parte Alabama Department of Mental Health, Alabama 2006, recognizes that failure to comply with a judicial order is procedural violations requiring court intervention. Lack of standing and original documentation by the plaintiff. The plaintiff failed to produce the original agreement or chain of title to the alleged debt, making the claim unenforceable under Alabama law. Coleman versus BAC Servicing, right? Alabama Civil Procedure Act 2012. Established that a plaintiff must prove standing with proper documentation before enforcing a debt. Davis versus the Dutch Bank International Trust Company, Uh, 2011, a party attempting to collect on a debt must demonstrate a valid chain of title and ownership. Now, we are asking for the vacate the judgment entered on February 26, 2025, dismiss the case with prejudice, hold the clerk's office in contempt of court, order immediate restitution of all garnished funds, and issue sanctions against the actual plaintiff here. Now, that's one. We also did a judicial notice, pretty much stating the same thing, but adding the case laws to it. But what we really hit them with was gonna bust their head, and they not gonna like it. Well, I also recused the judge. Motion to recuse Judge Motlow. Judge Marlowe has exhibited judicial bias and prejudicial conduct, preventing the defendant from receiving a fair and impartial hearing. The judge assumed facts not in evidence, specifically claiming that a Best Buy card belonged to the defendant, despite the plaintiff failing to provide any documentary proof. Judge Motlow failed to rule multiple properly filed motions submitted by the defendant, violating procedural due process. The judge allowed an unauthorized garnishments to occur, causing financial harm to the defendant, and failed to address the procedural violations by the plaintiff. The judge failed to enforce a court order requiring the return of the garnished funds, allowing the clerk's office to disregard the order and return the funds to Verizon instead of to the defendant. Shit. Who the hell they think they is, yo? Anyway. So, Canon 3 of Alabama Canon Judah Ethics state that the judge shall disqualify themselves in any proceeding in which they are impartially might reasonably be questioned. A judge must base decisions solely on evidence in the record. In Ex parte Jones, if a judge assumes facts not in evidence, this is due process violation, warning reversal. So also denial of due process. Ex parte third generation holds that a party must be given proper notice and opportunity to be heard. Right? So yeah, that's what we hit them with. And we also sent a letter to the Judiciary Commission. So we hit them with that too. Alabama Judiciary Inquiry Commission, complaint against Judge Motlow. Yeah, we got you, buddy. Keep thinking we stupid. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is how this works. Y'all see what I did? Y'all hear what I did?
Amazing.
Yeah. Smashed.
See, they think they can just do shit and just you take it. And then they had the nerve to literally tell him, oh, well, they gave it back. Bro, if we went and took some shit out your bank account today and we gave it back to you, you still going to say, no, that's stuff for property. I mean, y'all let Walmart do that shit all day. If somebody walks out of Walmart with something they forgot to pay for, and then you're going to specifically tell them that they stole it, they're going to be charged with theft. Think about that shit. So and these are corporations that they just allowing to try to run over you and have their way. Not only that, the money is in a trust, so you can't even get past that part. But this is what I mean by asserting your right. Like, okay, you want to play? Let's play. Because now we coming straight after you. We're not even done yet. Because now we got a civil claim. Because we're going to sue the shit out of Midland Funny. You're getting sued because you stole money. I don't care if you did put it back. The harm was already caused. Because it took 3 to 4 weeks just to get the money back. And then for a judge to sit up there and say, oh, well, you got it back. Boy.
The nerve.
You know what I mean? And you know damn well if you take something from them right now and give it back, they're going to charge you for theft regardless. Right?
That's right.
They allow places like Walmart, et cetera, to do this to you all the time. All the time. I mean, they just tried to literally charge Tamika with robbery because she had a gun on her. Like, what the these people is crazy. And she wouldn't even, and she didn't hold them up. She didn't stick them up. She didn't do any of that. And they have to prove that. Like, it's crazy. I just had somebody win a case today. I don't know if they're in here. Are you in here, bro? Might be watching. I don't know if you're in here. But I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Basically, this person it had a grand theft auto case in Florida from a rental company said that they stole the car after a few days of their car not going through, even though they was in full communication with them. And basically, when they pulled back up at the airport, they were dropping off their grandmother. They was arrested, right? Well, today they got something saying, "Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to inform the court in advance that I recently filed a nolle prosecute on this case, and the trial set for Monday, March the 3rd, 2025 is no longer needed. Please remove this case from the docket. Thank you all. Assistant State Attorney." It went from grand theft to out of there. And this individual said, I said, I wonder what made them step down. He said, "Oh, I motioned for all parties involved to bring their insurance policy." He said they failed to provide full disclosure in their discovery, withholding insurance bond, and et cetera. So, yeah, case dismissed.
Real quick.
Fast.
He sent me that.
Like, do y'all understand? Because if he don't assert himself in this way, if he go hire a lawyer, his ass would probably be going on his way to jail come March the 3rd. Yeah, I know that, right?
And he took it all the way to trial. That was his trial date.
Exactly.
So he asked the judge and the attorneys for their insurance policy.
Everybody got to bring it. All parties involved, no matter who, everybody got to have a surety there, because if you mess up in court, you're going to need a bond to protect yourself. Remember, they're in here practicing. So anytime you're making any form of practitioner of anything, you have to have it what? License and bond. Man. I'm telling y'all, man. This is really, really, really something.
Need a motion for everything.
You got to, because that's the only way you move to court. But people think, but you can't limit your thinking to emotion. You can motion for whatever the freak you want to in court to happen. But I thought that was just hearing that was major. And if you think about it, just think about that, man. Just literally think about being charged for grand theft. That's a real serious situation. And you being charged for grand theft. Probably sweating bullets about this stuff. Thinking you probably gonna go do some time, paying all this damn money, all kind of shit. To we're gonna dismiss this case. Y'all feel what I'm saying?
Sue that car company. Sue that rental car company.
Man, I'm suing everybody. Everybody involved got to get the people who arrested me, lawsuit. Because you got to realize it's their duty to ensure that there is a full probable cause. There's no immunities here for you not actually having full proof. And when they dismiss those things, it leaves them in lack of not having nothing. Like they never had. Remember, that's the same thing with my case. Like the fact that the judge dismissed everything in the case, that means you allowed the officer to now be sued. Because now that means everything that they took me through, all the stuff that the city and everybody's under, y'all got to get sued for this shit. Attack their bonds. I'm just really like saying this because like, bro, it gets serious out here with this stuff. And They'll try to play you like you stupid. They'll try to play dumb. They'll look at you and think, oh well, we finna railroad you. You not finna get nothing. Because for a judge to say, well, yeah, it's something you can do about it. But like, why you can't do it now? Why I gotta go through the process of having to show you I know some shit because you feel like I'm dumb as shit?
I'm gonna have to get with you because my case got dismissed. I lost some teeth.
You say what now?
I'm gonna definitely have to get with you because I had a case that was dismissed, but doing everything, man, all rights was violated, but I actually lost teeth.
Oh hell
I'm a disabled veteran though, so you know, I mean, the VA pulled it all out, but just man, so much went on with it just to find out, you know, but did you die? Type shit. So I definitely want to follow up with you at some point, man.
Did you die? What?
It's just you know, my office is on doctors. So just the whole bunch, But I for sure.
That's crazy, yo. Damn, that's crazy. They caused you harm, knocked teeth out your mouth, and just act like, well, you still alive. You all right, we ain't so man. If you ain't out here representing for yourself, nobody gives a shit. They don't care, man. That's why if they did the purge, bro, them lawyers would not make it. They would not make it the first 5 minutes. I guarantee you, everybody gonna be running to their house first. Man, that's why I say when I watched that movie, I was like, yo, but then they end up manipulating it to kill off so many people. But again, it just show you the treacherous of people who think they sit in high places, but God sit in a higher place. And we can't never forget that a lot of people like to play on, you know, you ain't got to believe in religion or whatever the case may be, or spirituality or whatever. You don't got to believe in that, but you damn sure know cause and effect. You know, reap what you sow. You know, get what you give. You know that. I guarantee you everybody know that, right? So that's what we dealing with, man. But y'all, man, I've enjoyed this the Q&A and everything. Demetri, you got something to say?
Yes, I do. How you doing? I just recently found out that last week that I have a replevin order for me to be summoned on a case that's actually closed on the docket for my vehicle. My vehicle was in the Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And I'm trying to go about how do you respond? Oh, and then the order is for the judge put an order out for every sheriff here in the state of Florida to serve me, because clearly I didn't know the case was open until last week when I got the order in the mail. I didn't know the case existed. So clearly what they did was they filed to repossess the car before I filed bankruptcy, but they closed the case because I've been discharged and everything. So what they did is the case is closed, and they went back and to that same case. And so now the only reason I found out about the replevin is because I went to my mail last week, and that's the first time I seen anything regarding that case. So I'm trying to figure out, they've already
Dude, what's the truth? The truth is it's in bankruptcy. Everything was discharged. So there you go. That's the truth. Go get your evidence, file it in, and let them know that for the harassment, etc., that you gonna make your counterclaim. You suing.
So you can still do that because the case is closed, and the judge is giving an order on a case that's closed.
Again, yes, you can. Go file it in that case.
Okay.
Yeah, letting them know they judgment order null and void, etc. Yeah, you got to.
Okay. Yeah, I was already working up a motion to
the
dismiss.
bankruptcy case is closed now, right?
Yeah, this is a whole different case right here.
Exactly. So my point is this: it was already discharged in that particular case. You got all the evidence that you are fully discharged from all obligations. You don't owe any obligations. Take that evidence, file it into court, make your motion to dismiss because there's no cause of action to grant relief. They don't have any standing.
And the thing was too that what I never got to serve was that during the bankruptcy case, because I started digging through all this stuff now, the judge ordered and gave them an order to lift the stay to come after the property. But they can't come after me financially, but they can come for the property.
They can't because the property belongs to the estate, and that's still coming after you, and it was already discharged for the obligation. So if
Right.
that's the point, what's the freaking point of bankruptcy then?
That's why I'm trying to figure out, like, how
So
do they have security?
again, you just need to assert your rights in that and showing that everything's already been handled in that manner. File it into the case, make your motion, and let it be.
Okay.
And I'll
All right.
send a notice of liability to the judge.
Okay. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Pretty good.
Miss Nikki, congratulations on y'all little shorty, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Appreciate you.
Man, I got a lot going on. Let me start off with all them fees that the IRS be assessing and penalties and all that, man. I've been taken through the ringer with that. I had 3 different returns abated where they took all that off. And so you just gotta keep going at them because they know they don't have no legal basis to do that. Nothing statutory. It's just all a bunch of Ponzi scheme, like Trump say. But another thing, when the brother was saying how they was railroading people in the traffic courts, you got to remember, man, the 14th Amendment was a Buffalo move. So you got to expect that. But it's about you standing on what you know. Because that happened to me in the court with a judge, but me knowing my rights, I was just accepted in the federal court down in Georgia, the 3rd district, because I sent my claim in and they accepted it. They said I have a claim against the judge, USC 42, 1983, civil rights claim. Also, I got accepted in the Court of Claims in Michigan on that child support case. $41 million claim. Thirdly, I have a friend of mine who had $13,000 worth of child support payments that was never received. She got the ledger, found out somebody was stealing the money. So I sent a notice of intent to the Georgia Department of Human Services, and they didn't respond in 30 days. 3 days later, I filed it into the Fulton County Superior Court. So I got a court date. They accepted that also. So that's all I want to say, brother. I appreciate you, man. You got me over here like Johnny Cochran.
Hey, that's what it take though. Assert your rights, man. Don't let these, because I'm telling you, man, they literally play off ignorance. They play off you don't know how to do this, you don't know how to speak, you don't know how to write, you don't know how to. This is what they think, And like I say, it might look rough at the beginning. But once you get into it and they see you into it, they're going to be like, oh, shit. He made a move we can't do nothing about, and that's how it ended up happening, man. But I appreciate you guys tonight. I went a little bit long because I know I took almost like 45 minutes up at the beginning. But, yeah, I appreciate y'all tonight, man. And we definitely be back on here tomorrow with something special for you guys. I'm going to take some videos. And we're going to talk about those, especially the one the lady was talking about earlier today. We're going to do that. And I also have another one. Man, I really, because the one I seen today, man, did y'all see the video where the guy's daughter was in the car and they tried to say that the car was stolen?
Yes.
And
Yes, that's the one I
bro, that was
tagged
so
you
I
in.
saw
freaking
that.
crazy. I'm like, bro, so y'all just pop, and it's y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? It's their fault. Yes, I know my just froze on y'all. But it's their fault, man. And that is so crazy to me because again, what are they gonna do? You feel what I'm saying? What are they going to do about all of this when it's their fault that it happened in the first place? Think about that. It's their fault. They did it. And now they having to suffer And they think they you got to realize, like, cause like that's just like being out there on a wrong command. You know what I'm saying? On a messed up order, and you out there operating on this order, and then you finna get everybody sued. That's crazy. They pulled out the guns on the little girl. Any father gonna do that. I would have did the same damn thing. Look, y'all not touching my daughter. Like, I don't care how far y'all want to take this today. We can go there. But you ain't finna touch my daughter. You see what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. So if you think that you finna point guns at a child just because you think we couldn't see, you ain't trying to see. You all the way at the back of the damn car trying to hold with your guns out and all this, and then I tell my daughter to get out, and you see it's a young lady, you should have pocketed your guns that quick and say, hey, okay, well, this is the situation. No, you want to be an asshole because let's just call it what it is. You consider yourself a white Caucasian, and you see a black male, and you want to say some crazy ass shit like you run shit. Well, you come out here like you running an operation, like long as you on my yard and you ain't got no reason, you out here unlawfully. Yeah, I am running the show, especially when it got to do with my child. You pointing guns at her. Yeah, I'm finna fully protect her at all costs. Call it obstruction of justice or whatever, but with no justice here being justified for at all. And then you hear, oh, well, it's wrong. She's told you she just literally picked this up from the police department. They took it from your fucking department. Man, bruh.
And did you notice that they wouldn't step on their yard? They stayed on the out of bounds.
No, they ended up stepping in the yard. They walked up to the girl after the fact, but then trying to handle her, a little girl, and they like don't understand why she's upset because y'all just pointed guns. She just left from, like, how can anybody feel safe to where I just left your department? Literally. All right. Got the car. And now I'm being, and you didn't see an ID presented, etc., proof of register, all that shit. You didn't see it all. Supposed to be taking out your system, and then this child get home, get ready to go see her friend or whatever, and then it's like guns drawn down. Like, and you expect somebody to be calm, and then you find out that you out there on the bullshit, and it's just like, oh, you ain't no apology. If you would have we could have got, no, if you check your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. I always say this, like, they get to, we're the police. We're supposed to, like, what's he say? No, he said, we don't know you. She said, well, we don't know you. Well, we're the police. This is I don't give a damn if you a police. Y'all act like y'all ain't criminals.
Like they get extra rights because they a fucking cop.
I know, right? What I do know, the only thing exists is God's law. You can play with it you want to. People got the right to protect themselves at all costs. This is how civil wars get started in the first place. And you want people to claim back the blue when the blue is full of shit.
Or abuse of authority.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be out here reckless and crazy. And I know that. So I know I never give y'all the time of day to handle me anyway. I'm always gonna say, hey, do what you feel like you need to do. I'm gonna talk to you in the most nice manner. If you come up talking reckless, hey man, that's what you feel like you need to do. Do what you gotta do. I'm not finna resist you in no kind of way. But guess what? I do got rights and I do know how to assert them. So anything that you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law. I say the same shit to them. Remember, the law is a two-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. It works both ways. Because anything that you say or do tonight, too, can and will be used against you in a court of law. You want to go there? Then they start questioning like, oh, are you a lawyer or something? No, does it matter who the fuck I am right now? It don't matter. You done took it there now, so we're going to find out who I am when all of this is said and done. Same way they were trying to tell me when they pulled up to my car telling me, well, this doesn't work. I've seen this. People try to do this in Florida, and they never win their cases. It never happened. Guess what? I won. And that put all of y'all ass in jeopardy. Man, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying every cop is like that, but damn. But but you can't claim you ain't like that if you sit there and watch the shit happen too. Like, y'all don't arrest each other for doing stupid shit? No, y'all don't. Y'all just let shit happen right there and just be like, man, go home to you what, man, I watched officer do some crazy shit today, man. He probably gonna get sued. But you watched it. And y'all want people to feel safe with you. We don't. I don't trust not now one of y'all. I don't care what you look like. I don't trust you. I could have been knowing you for 15, 20 years. When you put that uniform on, bro, I don't know you. I don't know who you are, what you finna do. I don't know you. You a whole different person with that badge on, a whole different mindset. I don't know you. Cause I know you. I know you gonna kiss them other folks' ass. You already kissing them. So it's crazy.
Then you got people out here masquerading as cops.
You know, it is what it is, man. Y'all just be careful, man. Stay protected. You know, you got the right to bear your arms, but be mindful of that too. Don't give them a reason to try to shoot you or anything like that. Don't give them a reason. Because you're going to be outnumbered from the get-go. So follow through, whatever the case may be. But they don't like the shit, though, when it start pointing their direction. And that's the situation that we deal with every single solitary day. We facing brutality. We facing these police just, well, I'm coming in your house anyway. No, when I come up in here, this is my territory. Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, what is the constant, like, and the only thing, I could be wrong for this, but I swear, I be saying, man, I hope they got kids, and I hope their kids end up in the same exact situation. I hope they do. I hope there's somebody they love just end up in the same situation. I don't care how bad it gets either. I don't give a fuck, because you ain't give a fuck. Now it's, oh, well, you want sympathy and shit. No, ain't no sympathy. When the shit happens to you, it's real, right? You know what I'm saying? When people draw, and then I keep saying, they keep playing with people, and that's why. And now it makes me think of, like, when I was in Mexico, I was listening to our driver, and we were just talking about, you know, the law and stuff like that. And he was like, look, yo, it's only two people that carries the gun out here. Either you're the National Guard, the cops, or you're the freaking cartel. That right there tell me everything. You feel what I'm saying? The cartel. Cartel runs the show. It ain't a good thing, but for some reason, and on the other note, it ain't too much of a bad thing, because somebody needs to be put in line, let them know if you cross the line, shit can happen. Shit can get real, real for you very fast. And a lot of people think what? Shit can't get real. And then it's like we're authorizing people who don't have, man, these folks got mental problems, yo. They got mental problems. Just all kind of shit. They not fully inclined in the law at all, none whatsoever. But here we are. How long does it take to be a police officer?
Not long at all. Not long at all.
Anybody? For real, how long it take? I know it ain't a year. It's like some months. Like 6 months, 7 months, some shit like that.
I think it's like 9 months.
It ain't a year. I know that much. But if now this individual has the same decision over your life as a doctor. How long it take a doctor to do what he do?
I don't even know if you want to talk about the doctors. My wife is surgical tech. It's all bad in they field too. So everybody just started dealing with self. Everybody hurt people, and it's just a domino effect, you know, and it's affecting everybody.
Right.
So just kind of what you were saying today, and then what post you made, I think it was January, the 30th, you made a post just about regarding the revolution. You know, you really gonna have to create something to get out here and save yourselves. And that's when a lot of the accountability came up in my life with where I'm at now and how I'm living. And I do a lot of business now with Amish people, you know, so it's just a lot out here with the Mennonites. So we're gonna have to save ourselves.
See?
So it's 10 years for the doctors.
10 years.
And it's 6 months in Florida for the police academy.
6 months. And this individual gets to point a gun at you and decide whether you live or die today. Based off him being scared. Do you see this? Do you see that shit? It should literally take about a full master's degree to become an officer. How is it as the lowest position, who has the lowest IQ is the first responder?
Yeah, I was about to say their IQ like 70%. You know, they don't even want their IQ to be high. I think if your IQ too high, you know, you can't even be an officer.
Right. They're going to say you overqualified, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So think about that. They want the dumbest motherfucker on the line out there dealing with you to decide whether you live or die.
Look, I seen this Ohio clerk, he was telling you, he was saying like, when you become a bar member, he said like, you know, they keep it competitive. So like at the last 20% of the class, whoever don't pass, they'll fail them. And if they fail, you know, they can go be an officer. It's like they can't pass the bar test to be a lawyer, but if they fail, they can just go be an officer, and that's lower IQ.
But and listen to what we saying, man. And this is what we cool with. We cool with an individual who can literally decide your life based off of 6 months in training.
Right.
And then here's a crazy stat: 40% of police officers they have a history of domestic violence.
And they got a history of, man.
Look it up.
I believe it. Trust me, I believe it because everything they so aggressive anyway. And most of them want control.
IRS agents sitting at home making major decisions against your estate.
Exactly.
Remember the spring of 1992, right? Los Angeles, enough people got tired of, you know, what they saw in front of them, made one time get all the way back. The whole community said that was it. We done with the cops. That's what it's gonna take.
But see, this the situation, yo. Like you looking at a situation to where it's like these people are there first. This is your first responder to something. And they get to you and they get to say a traffic ticket, especially a lot of them. Now, some of them, yes, it can be because it gets very violent and stuff. But some traffic tickets should not turn into a freaking murder, man. And I don't care how you look at it, even if whether you say, "Oh, it was a it's still a murder. It's still a taking of someone's life through a speeding ticket or not having a registration on the tag or whatever. You took somebody's life that it escalated to that point. You might as well let that individual go home. If you got to shoot this man, listen, man, we'll just put out a warrant for you. We'll catch you later, bro. We'll just holler at you. That's the smartest thing to freaking do. They end up in a whole freaking shootout. Like they dropped an acorn dropped on the car, and this man went to shooting up shit.
Oh, scary ass.
Man, listen, like God, this, and I think it's to me, it's the people's fault because we just sitting here like, damn, again.
Yeah, we let this shit slide. Yeah.
We just letting it slide. We letting this stuff happen, and we it's just people so scared of whatever. Like, yo, it can't keep going. Like that's just. I even think about Jordan. Her being at home actually paid for everything that she's supposed to be in the to rent the place that she's renting, and then they come and snatch all her shit out with no court order or nothing. And then she just got the case dismissed where she beat the illegal eviction. And the only thing these motherfuckers can say is, "I'm sorry." Man. And all I can say is this, man. The only thing that And this is what gets me the most, because the only thing you're gonna hear is, well, all we can do is pray about it and wait on Jesus to come.
Well, I'm so sick of that.
And I'm serious when I say that. That's all the fuck we can say. Listen, bro. I'm gonna do more than that if it comes to my children, my family. Like, shit, y'all see me on CNN. It is what it is. Whether they trying to hunt me down or whether they didn't gun me down. Either way it go, it's gonna be more than me. Jesus ain't got to come to me. I'm coming to you.
Let me get them keys while you wait.
You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being for real. Jesus ain't got to come to me. I'm coming to you. I ain't got to wait on you to come. I'm coming. Because they can't play with me like that. If you're going to deal with me, cool. Go ahead. Do what you got to do. But when you start trying to, like, okay, even we had an officer in Killen, Alabama, who was basically raping women on traffic stops. Bro, he don't live to see fucking court at all. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the shit I be talking about.
Man, you just got to make it out here to the woods. Bring your people. Y'all just come out here, man. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? I get a bonfire going. We talk out here in the woods.
We're going to talk in the woods, bro. Listen, and if you're from the country, you already know.
I'm from Texas, man, but shit, I joined the military, you know what I'm saying, thinking I was out here doing some shit and I wasn't doing shit. But look, I saw your revolutionary post January the 30th, man. I hit your inbox.
Right.
Just check your inbox on Facebook and I'm gonna get with you, man. We're gonna definitely do something to change some shit.
Absolutely.
I appreciate everything you're doing. I'm glad to be on this side to be able to talk and respond versus just watching on YouTube and Facebook. I do like the music though, but you know what I'm saying? Man, we shifting the paradigm.
Yeah, man, it really is, and I appreciate you being here as well. But I just want people to know, man, because like, man, and then this another thing. A lot of people don't say go join the army to fight for their country, bro. People need money. They needed money. They needed the fastest access to whatever, and that happens with a lot of us. So they always look at it, and then they're gonna treat most of y'all the worst when you do get out, like your ass didn't even serve nothing. You know, the benefits, etc. Half of that shit go out the window. It's insane about how they are being how people are, just people in general, man. I don't care who you are, just being treated, yo. It's crazy. That this is what life has to come to. The saddest shit I got to see was when I looked at did y'all see the video of them showing Ukraine? Like how they demolished the city and shit? Bro, that's insane.
Did you see?
That's
Did you see
insane
Donald
to
Trump
do
talk
that.
to Zelensky today and checked his ass and shit?
Oh yeah, I watched that today. Listen, I was dying laughing when that went down, but to see
Man,
it,
that was
and
crazy.
that's why Trump was like, bro, you ain't in the position to talk like you talking. They just demolished your shit, and you still up here talking big boy stuff, really, because you in the office with us. You're safe right now. But once we send you home and we remove what we doing for you, bro, we'll fight it out, because Trump was like, either you gonna sign this shit or we out.
Man, that's some gangster shit, man.
You know what I'm saying? And you really ain't got you really ain't got nothing to talk about to do this. And it's like people be like, oh, you know, I'm sitting there listening to my mother, and she like, well, he just talking crazy. I said, no, he's talking right. Shit, he right. Man, we trying to end wars, because no matter where a war starts at on this earth, it is going to affect every freaking economy. I don't care who it is. It affected us. And we ain't even over there in it. It affected us though, because we're our money over there in it, which means who got to be taxed? Oh yeah, okay. Prices go up, everything else, cost of living, all that shit. And then they just said they were sending $40 million a day to the Taliban, bro. This country, bro. This is evil shit, man. That we dealing with.
It's a circus.
Like it's just evil, man. $40 freaking million a day, and then we ain't
Like you
got
said, we
money
got
for the
veterans.
poor, but we got money for
Exactly.
war.
Yeah, we got the veterans over here. They treat them like shit, like you just said, but they sending 40 million a day. They sent 66 billion over to
I
Zelensky,
feel
which
like
is crazy.
I feel like this, man. And this is being honest. How the hell do a president serve being a president and now he fully granted a salary, protected, all that shit? Like every veteran should be treated like that, bro. They should never have to work again. Got a full salary from here on out because they went to protect and serve and risk their damn life, separated from their families. But they should be fully taken care of forever. They should never have to worry about food, a house, none of that shit.
Man, it's crazy. You talk about a lot of that because I got a lot of people I lost, you know what I'm saying, over there. But over here, once they got back, man, just dealing with life and not having the proper resources, you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I'm not suicidal, so so let me put this out there real quick. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm D-Rose, y'all. I'm labeled with a severe bipolar mood disorder. So versus some of my counterparts, I want to get even. Example, when that went on with me, how you was talking about the police and everything. So I had my little preemie baby. You know, my baby had lost some teeth. Somebody paged the phone. I had my little preemie baby, so I was just dealing with a lot. And just trying to utilize resources, going through what I was going through, and nothing happened. And then it seemed like everything just kind of started crumbling. And in that point, after going through what I went through, I was just kind of at my last straw. And it was like, man, I just got to get even now. Like, I done went through this, and you trying to put me in Veterans Treatment Court. You want me to take a plea deal, and I'm just kind of like, I ain't did shit. But try to pay my bills and let them know, hey, I need y'all to fix this before I pay my bills, just to find out that, you know, we could just put you out or we could just do whatever. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to have to go through Veterans Treatment Court and I'm sitting here with people that, you know, had domestics or DUIs, I feel like, man, I need to do something if I'm going to use a lifeline. Because I haven't did anything to use a lifeline but raise my voice. And that's what let me know, you know, looking the way I look, I can't raise my voice. I can't let my frustrations and emotions show.
Right.
When I mean, I should be able to, but just kind of understanding. So that led me to film school, you know, learning how to use my voice without using my voice through silent film. And through all that, you know, I've been wanting to put out stuff to teach, to help out. And then I started coming across all this information. So I still want to do that, but and that's kind of what led me into PMAs. Everything with me, it just kind of morphed, you know, the project, because I'm learning all this information that you putting out. So it's like, man, my everything is kind of shifted and adjusted to all this new knowledge that I'm retaining. So it's still on there, but it's just so much that's coming into play, man. And I'm gonna actually be, at first I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do the things that I wanted to do, but hearing this from you and knowing what's actually out there, man, it seems like it should be too easy to help the people, but you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Right. So it's a lot, man. But once again, I'm just thankful to be in this space, man, and everybody keep going.
Well, I'm glad you finding peace, bro. That's the main thing. And you know, peace still don't mean that we don't have a chip on our shoulder to handle stuff. Peace just means that we in control. We're at a point to where we're in a clear mindset to make our decisions. And that's why I always say, no matter what's going on, always have peace within, because now you can see clearly, you can think. You know what I'm saying? It don't mean we letting shit go. It just means, hey, but see, the thing about when you find somebody like that, see, we'll go to war for peace too. So
try to
see what I'm saying? And that's the whole entire difference there. So, man, all I'm saying is, as a whole, like, it matters, and we would love to include everybody on this, but just to be honest, some people just don't give a shit. I mean, the first thing I seen when we was talking about the gentleman earlier, where about the car theft situation, where the girl was sitting in the car, and they were talking about the car was stolen. Like, they was like, oh, well, you guys should have just complied, man, bro. Like, it's easy to say that where the fuck you sitting from, and then somebody actually pointing guns at your child. And you're trying to tell them, hey, man, y'all put y'all guns down. We can talk about this situation and clear this matter up. They didn't want to do that. They want to hold guns out. The man showing no threat, gets the daughter out the car with her phone, Still no threat, and you still want to talk fucking crazy. And the only reason the man walked over there to you is because his daughter's outside. That was it. And then they just grab him and try to rough him up. Like, bro, this dude ain't even, he could have just said, he could have just put his hands out behind his back. Y'all put the handcuffs on him. No, you want to be a tough guy. Like, you just got to be tough. You just, this is our chance to hurt somebody. We got to make it look like he resisting.
It's I'm about to say it's not all of them. That's what they do, man. They did it to my wife.
See what I'm saying? And
I
I don't
think he
think
said,
I don't think I can handle somebody trying to handle my wife like that either.
I was already in cuffs, in the car after they slammed me on the car, charged me with vandalism. In the writing, it said that it shows officers slamming him on the vehicle. They're like, I want to say it was 1608.
And you said
but
that case got dismissed, bro.
Yeah, it got dismissed, man. He told my wife, he said, I'm not gonna let you punk me out here.
Hey, so what I want you to, bro, hit me up, bro. We gonna work on this shit. I want to help you do something about that shit, bro. That's some fucked up. I hate, man, boy. My blood start boiling when I hear shit like that, bro. Cause what you mean? Cause I know in your field and what you've been through, they wouldn't have never got to put no cuffs on you.
So I thought about it, man. I contemplated it. We were in the lobby.
I'm just saying, like, let's look at it like this is in another like you in a position to where this is war. Right?
For sure.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's the point. They never even get a chance to put cuffs on you then. But it's so easy to act like shit, man. That shit just pissed me off, yo. That really makes me, cause I hate when they try to treat people and women, and I've watched them slam an old ass woman on the ground before, and I'm just like, what the fuck, bro? You just slammed an old woman on the ground, like you just broke all her, fractured her whole face, and there was nothing she can do in the first place, but you just wanted to slam her for whatever reason, and it's like, I don't know, man. I just know when it comes to stuff like this, and that's why I say we got a bigger problem than a freaking corporation that's trying to boycott some bullshit. We got something way more that's going on right now. Way more serious problems. And it matters, yo. And I think that when people truly understand the greater cause, and you're willing to give your life for that greater cause, like, yo, we really find purpose. No matter what, we're gonna reach that cause. We all gonna go for that cause. No matter what it takes. Because this is what it takes. Because if we don't do this today, they're gonna do the same thing to your children, your grandchildren, your children's children. It's gonna continue to happen over and over and over. And then the longer you let it happen, the more fear that is instilled into them. Because it passes through your DNA. Real talk.
And we ain't with none of that, child.
You feel what I'm saying? Man, I hate that happen to you, bro. For real. I hate that happen to you and your family, but I know God got a greater purpose and plan for that. And I'm glad you did keep your composure because you're still here for your family. Y'all still together, etc. So, man, I just, my heart go out to y'all on that part, bro. I hate it. And that's why, one reason why I always tell people, man, look, bro, just make it home, man. Go home. Let them do what they want to do. Act how they want to act. Don't even argue. Fuck it. What the fuck we arguing for? We'll talk about this shit when we get to court. Here you go. You want to go? You want to take me to jail today? Go ahead, do what you got to do. You want to take the car? You want to do this? Whatever you feel like you got to do, go ahead. I promise you, I'm not going to argue with you at all. Now, if you put me in a position where you're trying to take my life, that's another story. Because remember, I'm going home. I'm going home.
Hey, bro, I looked at this case law. It's Jordan versus the city of New London. It's talking about police hiring the IQ. So in this case law, it talks about how a lot of people with high IQs, they get denied from being an officer. Your IQ can't be too high.
Because you know why? Because the individual might not be prone to follow an order.
Yeah.
That means because if you're capable of thinking for yourself, they don't want you. Because you're going to follow, you're going to withdraw from an order.
That's crazy.
It's brainwashing.
Right.
Hmm.
You have the ability to think.
Y'all, I don't know, man. But I love y'all, man. I'm finna. I gotta
Vibe with me. Be patient with me. One love.
Let me go jump on Facebook real quick.
In order to be used by God, you have to really be used. It is what it is, nigga. It is what it is, nigga. I said it is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. It is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. I said it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just a cliche that you say when you feel that you can't escape things not going your way, 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 your way. But do you just not know no better? It is what it is, said the young man that was told by the one man to escape the streets. It wasn't a place to be for a young man as great as he. Take the heat, stop selling the weed. Told him he was headed for the penitentiary. He ain't wanna pay attention. He said it is what it is. Life that I live was made for me. It is what it is, said the pretty girl that was told by her preacher to escape the thought she wouldn't be nothing at all if she didn't drop her draws. Take the heat, stop hitting the knees. Told her she was headed for the hurt, so her baby, she ain't wanna pay attention. She said it is what it is, life that I live was made for me. It is what it is, said the woman in tears, just to send a young man shipped out for years. She asked God why he ain't beat the eyes. She was kinda surprised when God replied. It is what it is, said the preacher, as the pretty girl end up with hers. He asked God why she ain't beat the eyes. He was kinda surprised when God replied.
It is what it is with a fallen kid. When you tell them to stand without giving a plan, you tell them they wrong without telling them right. You tell them they can escape without giving a route. I'ma bless them in the end, that young man gon' get out, and that pretty girl gon' have a beautiful kid. But I forbid that the child say, it is what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is, nigga. Sometimes in order to be you also have to be humiliated. I said it is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. It is what it is. It is what it is, nigga. I said it is what it is. It is what it is. It's just a cliche that you say when you feel that you can't escape things not going your way, 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 your way. It is what it is. You just not know. Don't show, nigga, don't. Mind told, mental mind. Mind told, mental mind. Let go, nigga, let go. Let go, nigga, let go. Soothe your soul, nigga, soothe your soul. One love, 18, 3G. Open every situation, cause you don't know that nigga on the elevator. My third eye's open every situation, cause you don't know that nigga on the elevator.
I don't hear anything.
Cause you don't know that nigga on
You have to go either Facebook or YouTube or what is
Talk to me
podcast.
this way by my senior, the leader. You spot him out, you know the crowd. Usually can be seen by his demeanor. He's slightly meaner. Loud call him a screamer, but he's not the one to fear. Fear the one that stays near the screamer. He's quiet, so it's ironic that I call this one the riot. The riot's only there to protect the screamer. He ain't worried about the bitches on the scene. Usually got muscles like John Cena. Same picks and screams up for the screamer. The rest I call the flunkies. Fiending on every word the screamer scream like some junkies. The flunkies can't scrap, but they'll jump you like some monkeys. And the flunkies only turn when the riot's at the function. The next point I call the assumption. You gotta find the enemy's enemy. You can tell where they entity, cause the flunkies find the riot, and the riot get the screamer quiet. If he can, that is. My third eye's open every situation, cause you don't know that nigga on the elevator. My third eye's open every situation, cause you don't know that nigga on the. And the riot tries to get the screamer quiet, but the screamer screams louder at the enemy's riot. And the enemy's riot is like a giant, big enough to piss on the head of Goliath and smack the shit out the one seduced by Delilah. And the enemy screamer, he's not a screamer, he got a laid back demeanor, but that motherfucker is hella meaner. And the enemy's flunkies used to be screamers, you can tell they individuals because they wear their jeans different. Now the conflict is started and everybody in the party is acting retarded, defiant. A 7-inch young nigga that started up with his own alliance. No flunkies, no screamers, just 4 riots, but now they quiet, cause they trying to fuck the screamer's white bitch so they can throw a riot on her vagina, make her give brain until she flunking. See if she a scream for the team so her surroundings can hear just how mean. Know your surroundings, nigga. Is that my motherfucking bitch, nigga? Know your surroundings, nigga. This my motherfucking bitch, nigga.
I keep telling y'all, man, this album so old, and what? The words that's in here, the words of what's being said, like, this is a classic to me. I can listen to this anytime. It's timeless music. Man. And that's just like, if you just listen to the song, like you said, it is what it is. That's just what you say when you feel like things ain't going your way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what people say. It is what it is, because you feel like you can't do nothing. And it's cliche because everybody does it when they feel like things ain't going their way. Oh, well, it is what it is. No, it's not. It's what you say it is. And we can't forget that, yo. And always know your surroundings, man. Know yo. Hey, last song, man, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more, and then I'm up out of here.
So many clouds over my head and no one sees, cause my brain creates these images. I don't wanna believe in this pain. Much for me, I really gotta be free from these chains. Nobody sees, I really don't believe in the rain. Believe in the rain. I don't believe in the rain. Believe in the rain.
Had him wondering sightless, but he's away, he needs guidance. He feel naked in this world, but he's still wearing a smiling. And keep wearing him down there. He protecting his image, set at the top of a mountain because his money's astounding. See, he's a rich kid, so he's surrounded by fake kids. I just wanna see how he live. And when he looks at these kids, he sees a mirror image of himself, cause he don't really know what real is. And they don't really realize his real sins. But the guilt just keeps on eating. He checks to see if he's breathing by slitting his wrist, just to see if he's bleeding. He hates pain, but he feels it's a subtle way to keep his life from the beating, the feeling of being discreet. When he in the street screaming, he can't even feel the rain coming streaming down his face. It just puts him in a place he can't escape, but he's doing it to himself, but he has no one to tell. He will ask for forgiveness, but he just feel he won't listen. He don't believe it.
Too many clouds over my head and no one sees, cause my brain creates these images. I don't believe in this pain, too much for me. I really gotta free from these chains. Nobody sees, I really don't believe in the rain. Believe in the rain. Believe in the rain. Believe in the rain.
See, Carmen's forced to wander through a life with a smile. Though she's never known happiness, just a sky full of clouds. Her daddy touched her, and all she really had was her mother. But even she couldn't make herself put down that pipe for her child. So the abuse never stopped. Her mother couldn't see the signs, cause she was blind by the pursuit of a rock. So Carmen's numb now, shouldn't even budge. When things get rough, cause living in pain just made her fill up her veins with freezing blood. She's in a world created by her mind. Her utopia simply just another life where she was loved. That's all she needed was freedom from grief, just a brief release from this evil. Will complete it with peace, cause she really needs belief. She just wants to be free from the chains and have her feelings regained. Cause when she felt the drops, she knew she was alive, but now she's numb, so she don't believe in the rain.
Glorious. There's pain behind every beautiful smile and rain inside every beautiful cloud. So how can a surface be used as a tool of understanding? It's worthless because these two wanna through life with the pain no human should bear, but they're refusing to wear their scars because why share it if you're refusing to care? You see, being alone is an illusion because you always got God, even when you're refusing to.
Believe in the rain.
It's a good time for me to even play this music now because it's like it goes back to everything that we talking about, man. What we've been talking about. You know, we've been through a lot, yo. We've been through a lot, and we got to do something. We can't sit there. We can't sit here no more, guys. Got to do something. Don't wait for it to knock on your door to feel like you need to move when you could have been moving with the crowd the whole time. Don't wait.
I got that red nose and prepared to tear y'all trachea, ripping your eardrums with weird tongues and some mistake my intellect for weakness. Half my family preachers, the other half is drinkers. Mixed around in the pot of that, and I'm a walking contradiction. That's just living. I'm trying to be the South Scotty Pippen. Let's get it. They say I have an I don't care attitude, but I don't care attitude. The list of things I really don't care about, dude. I'm a walking rebel, rebelling against the rebel flag, against all quotes and cliches, cause most are not factual. Actually, I'm pretty raw. I done been in that trap house while my niggas cook the white raw. And I done been in that trap car where my niggas serve fiends under the night stars, and I also seen the results. So why would I follow behind the next guy and talk about the hood and G codes I don't really live by? I'm the only one that don't wanna be a real nigga. I'm just real down to earth, and that's real nigga. Dive in the face first into the damn moon. Damn dude, can't you understand? My grand moon, I am too, but I'm halfway sleeping and I'm halfway thinking about the path we've taken. Hell y'all bacon, I mean hell y'all bacon. Wanna fuck with these niggas, it's nothing but killers. What the hell y'all thinking? I got that red nose and prepared to tear y'all trachea, ripping your eardrums with weird tongues. I never said I felt real pain, because I know it happens, so I create my own rain. So when I do, it won't go as badly. And I ain't tough as some of these niggas that can't shed a tear. Last time a nigga face leaked was his senior year, when I literally feel like the devil was at attack, putting so much pressure on my chest. It should've brung my asthma back. Brothers, it's been a year since we wrote Pain City, and the people that was here then, they still with me. So when I do take that road, I hope you still with me, cause some niggas quick to turn face and walk swift. And you know I got your back when it's time for action. That nigga say he got your back, but y'all looking in the same direction. Last name ain't Tarantino, but I'll direct him. These colorful ass niggas like a dyed rectum. And I'm sorry about that, I had to cut the tension, cause now I gotta speak on my mom's vision. I know that she been working on it for quite some time, but she keep her face in the Bible, so how the fuck she blind? She might can't see, but she still got a spiritual eye. So spiritual I stay until I fly.
All right, that's enough, man. Y'all can't hear no more, man. Y'all, I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna be on this all night. Like, this is my favorite, and it's a spiritual thing. I love my nephew. My nephew, them hanging around them. They don't want to put me on, to the mastering of self. They don't want to put me on the third eye. They don't want to put me on all of that. Right? They was on all of that way before I even thought about it. And believe it or not, people are like, why are you hanging with them young man, bro? These young dudes are inspiring me every day. That's why I'm around them. And I used to always tell them, like, because by the time I had hit that age, I was like, yo, y'all still got every individual that y'all grew up with since kindergarten. And y'all together. That's amazing. To still see that particular group be as one together. And I never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see that, because a lot of the people I started out with, bro, I don't know where they at. I can't tell you nothing about them, what they doing, or anything. A lot of them cross, whatever the case may be, but you know, it's we at a different time. And it's crazy because man, all I can say is we here now, he here now. Y'all tell him to get back in the studio, because that's him. His voice, the singing, whatever, anything, it's all completely him. Nothing else, no auto-tunes, no none of that. Boy got talent. I keep telling him, stay in there. Because if he got a fan over here, I'm buying it. And I think that the world needs to hear it. I think he needs to be heard, for real. I ain't saying I'm not being biased.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying? Any song I play for
Yo, C4, Supernova Black Dawn, tune in. The game been missing you, bro. It's an emergency.
Next move. I've been plotting on my next move. I've been working on my next groove. Supernova Black Dawn to the rescue. I've been plotting on my next move. I've been working on my next groove. Supernova Black Dawn to the rescue. Saving crews from these dudes sending next to fools. I've been plotting on my next move. These niggas plotting on my old booze. Don't sit back and drink booze and watch news. I'm not enthused about anything without a tune or in tune with making money. Dummy, me and cuz kick back in the Monty, conversing about how we some stars on they feet. Wait off the backboard on this beat with Miami Heat. But it's Alabama fool. Ain't got no time to worry about who fucking who. I'm just trying to fuck around and run it up with my amigos. Pull up to casinos and spend more than a C-No. See bro, I'm borderline a hero. My little cuz know one lyric, so I won't rest on the fact that the rest that he gon' hear it. Look cuz, I know you hear me. So anything they put against you cuz you can't fear it. We at the top, they on the ground, and I promise they ain't near us. Promise they ain't near us. Next move. I've been plotting on my next move. I've been working on my next groove. Supernova Black Dawn to the rescue. Next move. I've been plotting on my next move. I've been working on my next groove. Supernova Black Dawn to the rescue. I've been plotting on my next move. I've been working on my next groove. Supernova Black Dawn to the rescue. Saving crews from these dudes sending next to fools. I've been plotting on my next move.
Man, been plotting. We plotting. Hey, tell me, have y'all heard a bad song yet? Let me know. Y'all heard a bad one yet? Let me know. Have you heard a bad one yet? We waiting. Yay? Nay? Y'all heard a bad one yet? Y'all scared to talk to me now. They scared to talk to me now. Y'all heard a bad one yet? Y'all still in here with me? Y'all gone? They gone. Y'all gone?
Nah, we here.
Y'all so quiet, man. Y'all got quiet on me.
Yeah.
For real, man. Like, hey,
I'm listening to the song.
I'm telling y'all what I know. I know
That's
good
that talk.
I know good music. Listen to this. You want more? Y'all be looking for it.
Yeah, keep on that. That's what I'm doing. I was listening on Facebook.
Yeah, we
Keep telling
can't
my
hear it in
people
here.
to
We
wake
have to go to
up.
Facebook.
But they ain't gave them nothing to wake up to. Look, black righteous talk, got a black righteous walk. Black righteous wife with a black righteous life. Black righteous night after the light, put up a fight. I know it's hard to keep up when your tour got out of sight. But follow me through this nigga psychology. Maybe we can see what God saw. Pass through judgment on Esau. Follow the Lord's law. Bring balance to the damage like seesaw. Don't really know who the fuck they thought that we was. Or who we thought we was for that matter. I'm a God, so let me grace you. Bone breaker, so let me brace you. My fears ain't scared to face you. Be blunt with the world, you gotta face it. Looking at my past with no thoughts to erase it. It's bad fruit bearers. You gotta smell them before you taste it. We getting value-sized orders. Cause our values out of order. We getting value-sized orders. Cause our values out of order. Had to repeat it. That's the only way to wake a nigga up to a demon. And the only way to defend yourself is to speak the words that you mean. Feel like I'm in the 5%. I need some 5%. 10. Put something vibrant in their ear. My brother called me Q-tip. Hoes tiptoeing off Q just to get flipped. The words that's flowing from my mouth stick to her lips. Them words that came up out my mouth, the words I lived. Them words that came up out your mouth, I can't forgive. Cause I never took offense to the shit. Cause I know who I is. Supernova, Black Dawn, far from basic, new star, but I'm black and ancient. God's a weapon, you blaming Satan. No pointing fingers, I'm ducking for safety. Round table conversations with melanated creators, congregated on the moon, waiting for heaven's cremations. Meaning that we in the world, but not of it. Out of tune with the trends, no Ferragamo, strapped with a Shimagami. I'm trying to be like King David, trying to be like Moses, trying to be like Joseph, trap jumping from here to the ocean. Trying to be like Solomon with 700 wives, 300 concubines, we call them thoughts at present time. But if Trump getting off is the last, Trumpet get to talking that triumph won't come as often. We Trump tight, we black hearted, it's tough love. Not giving the flip on this tumble world, tough love. Not giving the flip on this tumble world, what's good?
We are right, we are just, we are clean, we are strength, we are beauty.
Hey man, I had to stop y'all, man. Y'all gotta go listen to this for y'allself. He got way more music than this. That's why I've been begging him. Me and my cousin like, hey man, put your stuff up. The time is now. Plus, it's timeless music. Y'all ain't never even heard this before, and this shit is 12 years old. Literally 12 years old. Sound like it's for today. And that's just what it is, right?
Yeah. Oh God, I'm sitting here watching. I was like, that is brand new. That's crazy.
Yeah, like like I say, man, this stuff, it's old, man, and it's beautiful, yo. I think it's this. Let me look up this. They got a whole album together. It's called Righteously Balanced. Him and his homeboy. I think that's the last one they did. Yeah, here you go. The whole album. It's dope. Listen to this song, man. This one of my.
This is where you are, but this is where you want to go. We give you the rewards, and you choose where they'll take you.
And I like
introducing the Credit One Bank.
Man. And they the one put me on Kendrick. Like we do Kendrick before Kendrick
Time
got signed to
management
Dr. Dre.
loop, break it with
So
Connect Team, the
they
one app you
put
need
me
to
on
manage your
all of
team.
that. So
Our
that's when
AI
people like
creates
people
a
don't listen
schedule
to Kendrick, bro. We've been listening
into
to Kendrick
consideration,
long
while
time
also
ago.
showing-
like y'all just because y'all wasn't in that soul type thing to even recognize Kendrick. We were. This is the last one, man. Y'all check out the rest for yourself though. For real.
I'm willing to believe what I believe in. I'm trying to be everything I'm seeing. Focus on me. See it. Really believe it. Better believe it.
I was here before the smoke cleared. Damaged in battle, ravaged by savages, animal. Black and cannabis, cannibal. Venom put the cap on the antidote and disappeared. Resolution for these queers and not the new year. I would not relinquish my sequences that got me right where I'm is. The secret is to close your mind and try to drive while being blind by your fears. I'm a size up a leer while you jet out the rear. Ran over a smear. Hop back in the shed instead of shedding a tear.
What I believe in. I'm trying to be everything I'm seeing. Focus on me. See it. Really believe it. I'm willing to believe what I believe.
Yeah, it's already won. Best believe they'll praise me by the time that I'm done. Now fuck that, flip that, nigga. We are the ones. I know they waiting. New generation has finally come. I can hear them pacing, hard rapid racing. Just face it, we blunt. See, we do what we want. Moving with no fear of failures. Got me scoping out my elders. I can't be a common dweller. Take off to the skies. I ain't feeling overzealous. The jealous want us to lock up, but I can't let them jealous. Just listen and pay attention. Be happy you get to witness the start of a crucial era. Be sure to pick up your tickets. Legendary. Don't you miss it. If you miss it, no forgiveness. This a family business. It ain't no interest for you bitches.
That's all I gotta say, man. Y'all check that out for yourself, man, for sure. Check that out, but I gotta play my boy song, man. I'm gonna make sure y'all get together and do some music, bro. I'm gonna make sure y'all get together.
Hey, let's do it. And I've been looking for a song for you to get on.
So heavy metal, baby.
Nothing can stop it. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal. Yeah, and nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm on
You got that voice, bro. You're supposed to be out here on this every day.
Can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto, but me head tone heavy metal, yeah. My heart is like a murder scene. Yellow tape around the hate, I can't let you in. Tunnel vision, try to see it like at the end. I know they hope that I win, yeah. But I'm praying on my knees so I see better days. Hope he break me out my shell, I'm trying to spread my wings. Trying to fly away, do better things. I remember all them days they told me that I can, yeah. Ain't nobody more important to me. She said she feeling me, but right now I'm just trying to eat. Right now I'm just focused on that chicken. My nigga hit me up, he told me Melly stand on business, yeah. My nigga hit me up, he told me Melly stand on business. I'm on my journey, nothing can hurt me. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal, yeah. Nothing can stop it. Haters ain't watching. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal, yeah. Nothing concerns me. I'm on my journey. I'm from the ghetto, yeah. Where we had so heavy metal.
I can see you from afar, baby. We see y'all.
Can't stop my purpose. I'm from the ghetto, where we had so heavy metal, yeah. Coming from the 407, riding on the highway to heaven. Ooh, you better watch out. We shut them down, open up shop. Ooh, yeah. That don't mean they don't play.
Man, this song's some stuff, bro, for real. On everything. I make sure I listen to this once a day, for real. I think it's needed.
I think it is too, man. And it's already mastered, so it's being uploaded and it'll probably be out in like 7 days. I'm gonna give it like 7 days.
Man, whatever I can do to help you, make sure we get it out there, bro. Do it. Shoot a video to this, everything. Real talk.
Nah, it's coming. It's coming. Trust me.
I will donate to make sure the video gets shot. So, yes.
Hey, we'll come out to Alabama and shit. Don't play with me.
I ain't playing. I'm dead serious, bro. This video needs to be. It needs to be a video to this. This needs to be.
Y'all make it happen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm serious, cause that song, like, what I do know is this. I haven't ran across one person that don't like this song. People are always asking me, "Where's this song? Can they get this song? Can they buy the song off Spotify?" That ought to tell you enough, bro. So really take some thought into this. Sit down, write, like, cause this is what people need. We need stuff that heals us. That's that's healing, bro. To know, it's a reassurance to know, like, I'm on my journey here, and it makes you realize everything that you've been through in life, and nothing has stopped you. Everything, and notice I said we got through it. We wasn't stopped, and we still here. That's the point. That's the feeling. Like, man, you know, that's timeless music. Like, this is timeless music, bro. This is gonna always be played, no matter what. Always. Just like I'm sitting here playing my nephew's music from the 12 years, and I can remember this was in 2012 when the Mayan calendar ended and all of that. That's when that dropped. And they just re-put it back on there 4 years ago. But that's old. They were in high school.
Yo, he's fire, bro.
You know, coming out of high school, and you know, it's just, and I'm glad. I'm gonna send this part of the clip to him, let him know, like, you know, bro, you still got it. Like, you just need to get out here and get on it, because that's in you. That's something that's in you to do. And even you, bro, same for you, man. Like, I feel like, me personally, bro, I can see hundreds of thousands of people waiting for you to do this song, come out and do this song in a stadium. Real talk. I think this needs to be out there. I think you need to put a lot of thought into it, especially put it on TikTok. You will be there. It's a guy from Alabama right now. His name, right here where I'm at, Huntsville. His name is King Pope. He's #1 on TikTok right now, and that song is 10 years old, and it ain't even the best damn song that he got.
That's crazy. I think we did this song in 2022, bro. So this song is old already. It's just we have so many songs. Yeah, we have so many songs that. Trust me, I'm gonna send you some more joints, but this one is definitely coming out. And to be honest with you, I didn't. It's one of the songs that it didn't even take long to make, and it was definitely a special moment, and it was so fire. But I didn't let anybody. I haven't really let anybody hear it. So whenever I heard you do music, I was like, you know what? Let me send them a couple joints real quick with the Demon joint, and then the Cullinan, and then that one. And it's crazy that
But and this the thing, bro. I heard the Demon joint first. I like that. I played that. Then I heard this one, and I ain't even listened to the other one yet. I haven't made it to it. I can't get to it yet because I'm still listening to this. And I'm afraid if I listen to that, then I'm gonna stop listening to these. So I don't want to go yet. I want to listen to these first. So, and that's just and that's just one of them things. Like I really appreciate. I love music. So music is one of my things. That's actually my first love before I even got into doing anything that I'm doing now. Like music was a way for me to talk. Music was a way for me to speak and do things and express myself and say certain things that I needed to say and get out.
Yeah, get it off your chest.
Yeah,
Trust me, it's
like that was my
therapeutic.
escape because I didn't have a way to like talk to people, right?
Yeah.
About stuff. But the thing about me, like all my music was like my reality or what I was around, and it was a lot, man. And even what I'm doing now, like even what I sent you the other day, right? You remember what I sent you the other day?
Yeah. That shit was banging. It slaps. And I was like, man, why is it so short? I wanted it to be longer.
So, and it was just one of the things, right? And I just realized, and I can get in there. I can get in there any day right now, and it's just natural. And people are like, well, do you write? I say, no, music to me is a moment. It's what's the moment. It's the feel. It's what the beat make me feel. It's the moment of everything. And it brings something out of you. And that's why I say our music reflects our culture. It reflects us as a people where we at in life as well. So when you hear this drill music shit, like that's where people at. They really out here glorify killing and they killing people. And it's like, bro, it's crazy. Just like if y'all ain't never, it's the saddest shit to watch. But I watched the Jacksonville, the little thing with Jacksonville, Florida, with Fulio and Young and Ace, and bro, that is insane. To literally rap about people you just killed, and then go make a song about it as if they don't got people. And this is where we at in life. So that's why. And this is why I think Charleston White came into fruition. I think God literally placed Charleston White for that. Like, there's always an opposition of something. Then Charleston White comes in and like, hey, you know what? Everybody like, what you think about King Von? He's like, fuck King Von. Shit, we don't care about him. He a murderer. He killed children, etc. Like, yeah, like, and everybody like, whoa, why you say that? Like, we like his music. Damn, his music, y'all. Like, this dude really just was a killer. You know what I'm saying? And we glorifying and killers. People who are straight murderers with no remorse of anything. And then, it's crazy. And it's like, and then this man come out here representing the women and stuff like that. And it's like, hey, how is it okay for you to sit on here and call women bitches and hoes all this time? And you think you supposed to, like, it's just sad, bro, for real. That's just really what it is. I can't even really go down into it. So that's why I appreciate music like your music. I appreciate my nephew them. I appreciate Kendrick Lamar. Like, I appreciate that. Like, I don't ride around thinking about killing people. So I don't want to listen to killing people, bro. I'm in a place of healing. I want a place of peace. I don't want to ride around talking about I got 30 hoes in the club and this is like I don't want them problems, bro. I know I didn't been in a position to deal with a lot of women. That is not some fun shit, bro. That's a headache, a super headache.
Yeah, we're at the age now.
Freaking headache.
Absolutely,
So
we're at the age now where we
glorify it
understand.
like it's something great and this and that, and then it's crazy, bro. Like I understand, and I feel like we at a different place and time now, and it's needed. So you guys are needed, and that's the reason why it's so much on. Oh well, Kendrick ain't this, Kendrick ain't that. No, Kendrick is way more than what you could ever think because he's one of the ones that actually made it and never had to change himself. He didn't have to go do what y'all did to be in the limelight, and he's far greater than everybody else because of his time. Yeah, he don't have, and it's crazy. Like it's like, okay, you gotta look at it. Drake's music was promoted. Kendrick just dropped GNX. Like just literally like woke up, boom, drop. And you tell me, and you say, well, he's got it. Yeah, you got to remember, you when you start with Drake, we're talking about a 5-year-old to the whatever age as far as a fan base. But to literally just drop your music, no promotion, no nothing, and boom, you on the top of the charts, bro. That's amazing. Do you know how many people that does conscious rap wants to be able to do that in that manner? And a lot of them started off that way. You go listen to Kodak Black. Everything he started off rapping about was positive. Then he realized, I'm not going to make it this way, so let me go this route.
Hey, facts, man. I seen Young Thug. This was years ago. He talked about how he they a lot of them already. Well, he specifically was talking about how he know like the elite, they won't pay them. You know what I'm saying? If they rap conscious, because he was talking about when his homeboy Lil Key that had died, and he was like, Lil Key was rapping like J. Cole, but they won't rap like they was rapping straight trap music because they know that's how they gonna get paid. And I was like, man, that's crazy. You know, so they know it's like the blind leading the blind.
It's not even that. That's what Kanye's like getting in. Like, I don't know if y'all paying attention to what Kanye's doing, but he be saying a lot of controversial things, but he says that to show you guys that, you know, just exactly what you were talking about right now, Eric, or today is like, you know, why do we glorify and promote, and why is it okay that the quote unquote black community, it's okay to rap about murdering and all this stuff, and Kanye calls that out, you know, and he also says that, you know, if you don't do that, you don't get put on the shelf, you don't get promotion. So it's either you do that or you don't get money. That's just how the executives do it. And, you know, he's in this little dispute right now with the quote unquote Jewish community about that, because they can push that and there's no consequence. But if, you know, because of what he's doing now, he's getting like kickback and everybody's like talking about him because he's wearing a swastika shirt. And I'm not agreeing with that or anything like that, but he's saying
with it because I know where it comes from.
Yeah, we know the real where it really comes from, but not everybody does. So he's saying
that ain't our fault either, though. Who cares if they know? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Yeah, and then the thing about it is with I love Kanye. The reason why I
Me
love
too.
Kanye because Kanye's controversial on purpose. Same way, and I've learned to be controversial. I've learned to do it because I understand like people don't see shit until you are being in a controversial way. They can't see it. They don't see you at all. And then as soon as you do something in a controversial way, it's like, hey, look at what he's doing. Yeah, I know. Look. You know what I'm saying? And you might drag a few to go see what you're actually doing, and they be like, oh, okay, I get it. I see what's going on. But, you know, I love Ye. I always will love Ye. I know exactly every move that he make, it's intentional. It might
It's
look
just
crazy
legit.
to you, but
Yeah.
I get it. I know why he doing it. I know why he did pretty much everything he has done. Like, why did he, like, you gotta think about it. This dude literally ran for the president, went and sat and talked to Donald Trump during the whole entire time, etc., and just showed you he was like, all right, I'm finna make y'all hate me. Then he's like, all right, I'm finna make y'all love me again. All right, now I'm finna make y'all hate me again. So who really got control? Kanye.
Yep. And he was saying, how are you guys more offended at me wearing a swastika shirt? Because that's what he's selling now. He's like, how are you guys offended at me wearing a swastika shirt? But there's everybody's crickets when it comes to the black community pushing, or the Jewish community pushing drugs and violence to our community. He's like, why are you guys offended at my shirt versus actual, you know, record labels pushing this destructive music? Because music is a spell. When you chant these choruses, right, you're bringing these things into life, which is why a lot of these artists, you know, die, because they speak these things into their life. So we read the Bible, right? We know God says in the Bible, life and death's in the power of the tongue. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah,
And if you don't,
I found that out quick when I started doing music. That's why I stopped saying certain shit, because I realized shit was happening. I
Absolutely.
found that out real fast. And
a lot of my music that I recorded like 4 or 5 years ago, all that's come into fruition. I've never been to Mexico before or to Cancun, and I said that in my lyrics a while ago, and then all that came into fruition. So it's like, if you don't understand the power of your words, you're gonna learn one day, or you can see the actions of, you know, these artists that have died because of it.
right. And now I'm glad you said what you said, because the Breakfast Club had one of
That
those,
dude,
yeah,
that
he had
Cohen
him on
dude,
there,
yeah.
and they asked him, they was like, so So why are you promoting the music with the syrup and all of that stuff in it? He basically said, well, I got mouths to feed too. Boom, there you go. Like that said it all. He was like, oh, so now everybody's gonna be calling you a culture vulture and stuff like that. But the truth, like he really just said it. He was like, yeah, I know, but I'm not saying people have to do this. But he was like, this is what pays us. So yeah, we're going to promote it. We're going to continue to do it, and we're not going to stop because I got mouths to feed too, no matter at the cost of what that is. And that's just showing you though, like what the way he look at it is like this. That's not my community. That's your community. And if you don't choose to straighten up your community, then that's not our problem. But if your community actually loved other music more than they love this shit, then we would sell it anyway because that's what's going to feed us. Like, he don't care about it. It's just they know
that's what sells.
That's just what sells right now. And if that's what sells, then we give a shit. We're just going to sell, make sure it sells, and we're going to, that's feeding my children's family, etc. And that's up to you. If you guys stop liking this bullshit, start taking into better music and whatever, start actually paying attention. That's why I say, like, y'all boycotting food, but y'all don't boycott what literally plays in your child mind every single day. Like, y'all glorified the most stankiest, nastiest shit within the past couple years. I don't understand how Sexy Red even got. Bro,
I didn't know he was about to say Sexy Red. I was just about to say that.
Yes, bro. That's ratchet. That is the ratchetness. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
like we call them type scragglers where I'm from. That's a scraggler. That's something you never want to get caught with. That's a nightcap you never ever in your life get caught with. Like, real talk. And that's what we call them, scragglers, bro. You don't mess with them. You know what I'm saying? And to let this come out and they glorifying, talking about her booty hole brown, bro, that's what is we listening to? And then you got the children dancing to this, little girls.
Yeah, it's definitely not what we need to be having our kids listen to. And they know the lyrics.
Bro, what are we creating, bro? We literally raising prostitutes. We're going to raise prostitutes.
Yeah,
we're going to raise murderers, killers, some deadbeat freaking dads, and they don't care about nothing, nothing. And like I said, it's crazy that we come from, like, a woman will risk her life of giving birth to you, and then we tarnish her. You know what I'm saying? Like, we degrade her in every fashion. And I thought about, like, man, just even watching, like, okay, my daughter, I had got real puffed up, kind of infected in her left eye or something, whatever, what they call the tear duct or something like that. And it swole up, looked like somebody gave her a two-piece, like on Martin, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm having to make light of the situation because I understand the emotionalness of postpartum and things like that, right? So I'm trying to make light of the situation, but at the same time, I'm like, look, take your breast milk. We'll open her eye. We're going to drop some drops in both of them. Bro, the same night, that shit was gone. Literally gone. Fully. And I'm like, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing, y'all. Like, and to know that healing, nurturing comes from the woman who is so powerful to where even they used to nurture warriors or off the woman, yo, for healing, etc. Like I can't explain it to you in a way that because I don't really have the words for it because that's how amazing it is. But it's like she's so golden, and we will take her. That's why I said, man, strip the woman and make her a whore. Knowledge that we ignore. It's crazy. But I could go on, man. I got to get to my family, man. I appreciate y'all vibing with me tonight, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great and beautiful night, y'all.
Have a good
Thank you, E.
That's the bet, man. You too.
Super good Q&A.